PIAA AAAA State Championship. Erie's Cathedral Prep takes on two-time defending champions, Central Bucks West.
Hi everyone, I'm Gary Drapcho along with Joe Tarasovich, and welcome to our rebroadcast of the PIAA AAA State Championship game. Since we made the commitment to do the game against Woodland Hills in the Western Finals live, we decided to also make the commitment to do the state championship game on a tape-delayed basis because of the broadcast live rights that belong to PCN. But for those of you who don't get PCN, didn't have cable, or perhaps were down at Hershey watching the game in person, we bring you the rebroadcast of the game this Sunday afternoon for you to enjoy. We won't give you the score right now just in case you don't know, but we can tell you it was a very good game and a very dramatic ending. Joe Tarasovich and I will be back with all the play-by-play of the PIAA AAA State Football Championship between the Ramblers of Cathedral Prep and the Bucks of Central Bucks West in just a moment.
Attention sports fans, Pro Image is doing it again. They're stocking out the stores with the most complete selection of licensed sports products of your favorite teams. For the baseball fan, Pro Image offers on-field and replica-fitted caps and team jerseys. And with the excitement building for the NFL season, Pro Image is featuring sideline caps, tees, and replica player jerseys. If your interest is NASCAR, the Pro Image does that too. Caps, tees, and colorful pit jackets are available. For licensed sports apparel and gifts, look no further than the Pro Image's 3 locations, Mill Creek and Ashtabula Malls and the Grove City Factory Shops.
Here at Rick Weaver's, we know what you need and what you don't need at this time of year. You need a 4-wheel drive. You don't need to spend any extra money. Lease a 2000 two-door Jimmy for $329 a month or a 4-door Jimmy for $369 a month, both with 4-wheel drive, and that includes the tax. Now here's where you don't spend any extra money. Leave your checkbook at home because there's absolutely, positively nothing due out of pocket. Sign and 4-wheel drive. Only at Rick Weaver Buick Pontiac GMC, all on the corner of 12th and Liberty.
Pokemon Master. I've captured all 150 types of monsters. I've come prepared to do battle with Pikachu, Mewtwo, Bulbasaur.
Burger King is a mile down the road on the right.
Thanks, mister.
Must be Tuesday.
Yep.
Every Tuesday night is Pokemon Trading Night. Bring your kids in for a tasty Burger King Big Kids Meal dinner and let them trade their cards and toys. It makes a parent's life a little easier, not to mention at Pokemon Traders. Pokemon and the Burger King Big Kids Meal. Come and catch them all.
Welcome back, and we are at Hershey Park Stadium, and Cathedral Prep will be kicking off to Central Bucks West. Prep actually won the toss, elected to defer for the second half. A windy night, and we are underway. The Quad A State Championship game. Tom Morgan boots it out of bounds, and so immediately the kicking game comes into play for Cathedral Prep, and Central Bucks West will take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Joe, we're looking forward to seeing Dustin Pashotti, the big running back, and I was down on the field before the game, and this guy is huge. What kind of adjustments do you think Prep has to make defensively to try to stop him and this Central Bucks offense? There's Dustin.
Well, right away, I think Prep's got to stay with their game plan they did against Woodland Hills. They put a lot of guys in the box and committed that to stop the run against Woodland Hills, and we're going to see that same type of philosophy against Central Bucks West today.
Dustin Pashotti, by the way, has not made a choice yet where he's going to go to college to play football. Obviously, it might be at an area where he would be most effective as a fullback, like Ron Dane at Wisconsin, the Heisman Trophy winner. Here's Prep's defense. You see Field Rush, Jonathan Sitter, and Mike Cray. And, of course, they will be very important in terms of winning this line of scrimmage. The other Ramblers in there, Dolak, Dupre, and Lynch are the linebackers. Easter, Lustig, Sanders, and Hinkle, the defensive secondary. And so after the referees spot the ball at the 35-yard line, look how many people are up on the line of scrimmage. They want Central Bucks West to run the football. And they're not going to give it to Pashotti. Here's the pitch to number 41, running to the outside and diving over the 45 to the 47-yard line for a first down. So immediately they go wide. Dave Cambum is the man who gets the call. Here's a replay, and you'll see as the PCN uses their telestrator, the blocking and the alleyway that he has to get to the outside. Prep was stacked in the middle, Joe, and they took it to the outside immediately.
Yeah, they're running a 4-3. They walked all their linebackers up. They're spread out, and they pitched the ball. And once again, it was like a Green Bay sweep. They pulled the guard and the fullback out there.
Mike Oriole is the quarterback. and you see the offset I formation behind him in the backfield. Ball at the 47-yard line. Here comes Campbell going the other way. Dupre chases him down, but not after he crosses midfield and gets into Cathedral Prep territory down at about the 46-yard line. Again, it's that pitch wide, as you'll see, and with Pisciotti leading the way, that's almost like having another guard out there.
He's bigger than some tackles on the field right now, so you're right. Once again, it's power football. Central Bucks see something they can do against Cathedral Prep here.
And the Ramblers wish to take a timeout right off the bat. We'll take a timeout. We're scoreless early in this Quad A PIAA State Championship game.
No busy signals, no toll charges, and no broken windows.
Sign up for free high-speed DSL services and receive a free modem and free installation. Call ErieNet today.
When I was injured at work, I had questions about my rights as a 20-year employee with commendations, about covered medical procedures, choosing my own doctors, and my wages.
Dallas Hartman knows the workers' compensation laws. He's thorough, but most importantly, he cares.
I called Dallas Hartman. I had my questions answered.
No recovery, no fee. Dallas W. Hartman. Lawyers aggressively representing accident victims.
Dallas helped.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. Central Bucks West and Cathedral Prep. Two running plays for Central Bucks West, but Dustin Pisciotti has not seen the football yet. Prep calling timeout after they went to the outside. A second down at the 46-yard line. Here comes the big fullback who rumbles off the right side inside the 45 and down to about the 43-yard line. Dustin Pisciotti is close to a first down, but here's a replay, and he's a big load coming at you, isn't he, Joe?
Yes, he is. Prep did a much better job. They made adjustments in that timeout to give themselves more leverage on the outside, and of course Central Bucks expected that and came inside with a running play that time.
You saw an excellent tackle by Devon Sanders, and you really have to you got to knock his feet out from under him because he's going to bounce off of you if you don't knock him off his feet, right?
Absolutely. Sanders attacked him where probably a big guy has to be attacked right at those knees, and did a nice job bringing down the big fella.
Here's the pitch, and again it goes to Campbell, and he's to the outside, has room to run, has a first down as he gains about 9 yards down to about the 35-yard line. So Campbell off to a good start here, Joe, and they're running here at Cathedral Prep. And you knew Central Bucks West was going to come in here and run the football, and you knew that Dustin Pisciotti was going to be a part of that. But all of a sudden this Camden comes out, and he's 3 pitches to the outside, and he's making the Prep defense chase him outside, right?
Oh, absolutely. And I think, once again, we're just going to have to readjust our philosophy and maybe get some people to support the outside leverage for us on defense.
Second down, I should say, and short, 1 yard to go. They stack him in the middle, and here comes Pisciotti. He's got the first down as he bulls his way, or he's close to the first down, inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Joe Dupre is the man in the middle, and you see that he and Dustin Pisciotti will be seeing a lot of each other. Dupre in the middle. Sanders also there, but Dupre is the man that's going to really have to kind of step it up and try to plug those holes when you're talking about the fullback running right at you.
Once again, Dupre's playing Prep's Mike linebacker, and you expect him to make a lot of plays here, and he's a very, very good linebacker, so I think we're going to be able to handle that situation.
Here's the measurement for the first down, and he got it by the length of the football. So it is a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line of Cathedral Prep. Central Bucks West receiving the opening kickoff after Cathedral Prep had elected to defer after winning the coin toss, and the Bucks have marched for 3 first downs to the Cathedral Prep 33-yard line, and they're set and ready to go again. And no, we're not. We're going to have a timeout by Central Bucks West. So we'll take a timeout. It'll be 1st and 10 Central Bucks West at the Rambler 33 when we return to first quarter action of the PIAA State Championship game.
If you're looking for that perfect Christmas gift, this year give the priceless gift of good health with a membership gift certificate from Nautilus Fitness and Racket Club. It'll be appreciated by everyone on your gift list. From now until Christmas Eve, every Nautilus membership is discounted to just a $69 initiation fee, and at only $69. It's an affordable gift for everyone. Come in now. This membership special ends Christmas Eve, only at the Nautilus Fitness and Racket Club.
do echoes carry so well? Because they're designed from the inside out.
Well, he was all over the field.
Welcome back here to Hershey Park Stadium. Both teams have burned a timeout here, and they're only about 3 minutes into the game. And it is Central Bucks West, who apparently after that measurement for a first down did not have the proper offensive people on the field. And they're marching on the Ramblers here to start the game. You see the quarterback, Mike Oriel, who is not asked to throw the ball a lot because of the running game of the Bucks. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Pisciotti is the lone setback behind Oriel. Man in motion. They give it to Pisciotti, running off the left side. Fumble on the play. It's on the ground, and the Ramblers have recovered at the 28-yard line. They're fighting for it underneath, but it appears that Cathedral Prep has come up with the football. Joe, did you see who hit Dustin Pisciotti? As you see the Rambler faithful on the far side of the stadium getting something to cheer about. We'll look at it again.
Gary, once again, it's Devon Sanders stepping up from a strong safety position. Right there, he puts his head right on the ball, and it's an enormous hit by Sanders. And I'm pretty sure, Preps fought for this ball, and they decided to give it to us here.
Just inside the 30-yard line, the Ramblers have it, so a big break for Cathedral Prep, but not really a break. It is a break that they own. The great tackle by Devon Sanders, and now Prep on offense. And here comes Sanders from his tailback position, slipping up over the 30 and getting up to about the 31-yard line as the Ramblers on offense for the first time will try to get something done. And what a season they have had offensively, a school record 84 touchdowns, and one of the big reasons, that offensive line right there, and you have to include Jake Lynch, the tight end, who's wearing number 9 tonight. Carlson, of course, Sanders, Chad Lino, the fullback, and then Lustig and Mays, the starters listed here. But, of course, Ed Hinkle is someone who's going to play an important role in a game that Cathedral Prep has a chance to win. And you saw one of the Central Bucks linemen jump off sides.
Gary, I really like the way Prep came out in this formation with the fullback and the tailback. They had a lot of success against Woodland Hills last week in this formation. So, once again, I think Mike Mishner's made a great decision to come out this way.
That's you saw the call by the referee, 5 yards against Central Bucks West, and you're looking at their defensive alignment. You see that Pisciotti, on that graphic previous to this one, does play defensive end, so he's a two-way player. And at 235 pounds, at least that's what he's listed here, although he looked awfully bigger than that. Now another penalty flag is thrown. We're having a slow start to this game. Let's get the call from the referee.
Illegal substitution. That's the offense. Still second down.
Illegal substitution. Apparently they took some players out, and Carlson's kind of shaking his head. What's the call there, Joe?
Well, what happened is they broke the huddle, and when they broke the huddle, they had 12 men on the field, and one left the field, so that's an illegal substitution. You can only allow 11 in the huddle when you break it.
So they mark off 5 yards against Prep, and we're right back where we started from. Second down at about 9, just over the 30-yard line as the Ramblers set up with Sanders, the lone setback. That's Lustig in motion. Here comes Sanders, who kind of slips and falls as he gets across the 35, or across the 30, I should say, and out to about the 32-yard line.
Well, they looked like Prep came out and was just trying to run an ISO formation, bringing Lustig across the field. And that's pretty tough to bring a 150-pound kid across the field and deliver a blow on the linebacker, but that appears what Prep was trying to do there.
You see the time, 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Central Bucks West, after receiving the opening kickoff, 3 first downs, then Pisciotti fumbled. Now the Ramblers on 3rd and 6. Carlson wants to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, running to his left. He loses it. It's loose. Central Bucks West is all over it, and they've recovered the fumble of Cathedral Prep at the 28-yard line. So both teams have turned it over. Number 84, and that is Brian Callahan, who comes up with the football. Carlson simply trying to get away, loses the football, Joe.
Well, once again, you got a great player like Eric Carlson trying to do something a little more than he has to here. He should tuck the ball away and take the sack here. And he's given that extra effort, and that's usually when bad things happen, when they try to do a little bit too much.
So both teams have turned it over once, And we're right back where we started from a few when Dustin Pisciotti fumbled the ball down in the area of the 27-yard line. Here's Calvin coming up over the left side again as they try to pitch it. And he gets it down to about the 25 for a gain of 3 yards. But number 41, Dave Calvin, he's only a junior, 5'11", 180 pounds. And apparently, as you see, Josh Lustig coming up and making a great tackle on the play. But a great job by him to doing that. But Calvin, probably the heir apparent to running the football for the Central Bucks team once this game is over with and Pisciotti no longer can do that, thanks to all the opponents all say thank you very much. We won't see him again.
Well, I don't know if that's good for the opponents. He's a pretty good back.
Here is the give to Pisciotti. And no gain, or very little gain, at the 27-yard line. Rambler stacking that line of scrimmage, and so far on the times that Pisciotti has been able to run the football, he's not got much room to run. You see, they're all over him. Joe Dupre is number 40. Hinkle comes up and makes the stop. And you see 5 or 6 Ramblers defensively in there to stop Dustin Pisciotti.
Well, the reason why Central Bucks has had such a great success running the football probably all year is because they've used so many formations. Already this game, they've probably shown us 4 to 5 different formations. And right now, Cathedral Prep stacked in the middle there and stopping the inside game. But once again, we're going to have to adjust to these formations as the game goes on.
There you see Joe Dupre, who will play an important role in stopping the running game of Central Bucks West if the Ramblers have a chance to win the game. 3rd down and 6 at the 24-yard line. Mike Oriole fakes, rolls right, inside the 20, at the 15. It looks like he has a first down as he turned it around. Sanders and Cray over there to knock him out of bounds. But you add the quarterback into the mix and take a look at it again. Good lead block coming up here, and Oriole takes it to the outside.
Once again, they use Dustin Pisciotti as their decoy, and of course they pull the guard and the fullback to the left-hand side, bring the quarterback behind them, and get a lot of success.
And that is Dustin Pisciotti on the ground. He is injured. Why don't we take a timeout and we'll update his injury status, see if he's okay. They're looking at his ankle. We'll be right back. Scoreless in the first quarter of the PIAA State Championship game.
Where in the world do you want to move? Call J.H. Bennett Moving and Storage, your United Van Lines agent. J.H. Bennett has been serving the local, national, and international relocation needs of the tri-state area for over 80 years. J.H. Bennett has built a reputation of uncompromising service to their most demanding critics, their customers. They are the experts in transporting household goods, trade show exhibits, and other high-value products. Call J.H. Bennett. The quality shows in every move we make.
If you're like a lot of people, you might be hesitant to talk to a lawyer about a serious injury or death case. At my law office, our clients come first. We know the importance of putting you at ease and making you comfortable in this important process. We're here to help. Give my office a call today. We'll give you the careful review of your case that you and your family deserve.
A major turn of events here. Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. Gary Drapcho with Joe Tarasovich. And you see that Dustin Pisciotti cannot put any weight on his right ankle. And these fans here and everyone concerned that Dustin Pisciotti has suffered a serious ankle injury. When you need help like that, Joe, and we weren't sure what happened. Maybe we'll see it here on a replay as to exactly how he injured his ankle. But he was not involved as far as running the football. But apparently, as you said, he was being used as a decoy. And we'll see if perhaps a replay can check that out.
Well, it's so scary when you lose such an important player to your offense, and as you said, probably their defense too. But of course, they're a great program. Maybe they can make the adjustments they need to be successful this game. And hopefully he'll come back, because I know Prep's looking forward to playing against him.
Absolutely. Now, how does this change you defensively? Do you readjust after preparing all week for Pisciotti?
I don't think you do. I mean, because right now we had to readjust because they weren't using Pisciotti quite a bit. So probably stay with our game plan here.
Here's the pitch to Campbell. Has a little running room as he cuts it back inside. And again, it is Joe Dupre involved in the tackle. But Campbell is the man now who apparently is going to have to carry the load. Good lead block there on Lynch. And then they have to chase him down from behind as he gets inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line.
Gary, it's been the exact same play they used in their initial series here. So once again, you know, Central Bucks haven't changed their game plan, so I'm sure Prep's not going to change anything here either.
No score. We're late here in the first quarter, but Central Bucks knocking on the door. The fullback is Ryan Blomgren. He's the one who has taken the place of Pisciotti. He's got the football. He's inside the 5. He is into the end zone. No, he is just short. They'll mark him just short of the goal line. But that looked like a Brian Pisciotti type of a run. Ryan Blomgren, who is also a senior, listed at 6'1", 195. Some pretty good size himself here, Joe, and he nearly takes it in as he pounds over Josh Lustig to get to the end zone.
Once again, Gary, this looks like a stretch play that a lot of the colleges are running right now, and the young man does a great job getting to the sidelines and finishing off the run.
So at the 1-yard line, Central Bucks West trying to score first here, and you see the single setback, and that is Ryan Blomgren, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Central Bucks West has drawn first blood. Even though Dustin Pisciotti was hurt, they seemed to almost turn it up a notch, Joe, after Pisciotti was hurt, and ran 3 more plays after that to get into the end zone. And here's the touchdown. Not much trouble for Blomgren to cross the goal line.
I don't think Prep adjusted to this formation that Central Bucks ran. They ran an unbalanced to the left-hand side, giving them 4 linemen and a back on that side there. I don't know if Prep adjusts properly to that play.
Extra point coming up here, trying to give Central Bucks lead the 7-0 lead. It is up, and it is good. And so Central Bucks West, the 2-time defending state champs, has drawn first blood against Cathedral Prep. As you take a look at the replay, they have a 7-0 lead. We'll be right back.
Comfort, function, style, and the lowest prices anywhere. It's all at the Berkline Reclining Furniture Factory Outlet Store right inside the Furniture and Mattress Outlet. And what a selection. Sofas with built-in recliners under $500. Big, comfortable recliners, $297. Leather recliners, $397. Sectionals with all kinds of features, $997. Plus, right now, make absolutely no payments and pay no interest at all on all Berkline Reclining Furniture. Factory direct at the Furniture and Mattress Outlet, 12th and Pittsburgh Avenue in Erie.
Give me a hand. Come on. Drop the chalupa. Drop it. Drop the chalupa.
Yeah, drop the chalupa. The new Taco Bell chalupa is so good, people won't put it down. With a shell so crispy and flaky on the outside, yet soft and chewy on the inside, you'll wonder why we put stuff in it at all. Grab one now for just 99 cents. Move. Mine. They're back.
Happy New Year, amigos.
4 new Chihuahuas are ready to party. Get yours now at Taco Bell.
Welcome back. Gary Drapcho with Joe Tarasovich. Central Bucks West, after scoring and taking a 7-0 lead, will be kicking off to the Ramblers. But again, Dustin Pisciotti injured on that drive, and we'll just have to wait and see how serious of a right ankle injury it is. They are working on him on the sideline now. Here comes the kickoff. A bouncer that's taken by Hinkle at the 15. Cuts back to the middle of the field at the 20. Gets to the outside at the 30. The 35. Hinkle slips inside a tackle at the 40 and finally bring him down at the 43-yard line. Why they kicked off to Ed Hinkle, I don't know, because Hinkle has a way of taking kickoffs and punt returns back to the house. But a good job here of the Ramblers blocking up front. I don't know whether they made a mistake there or just didn't scout prep properly, but I wouldn't kick off to Ed Hinkle if I needed to.
Well, I tell you the truth, as a coach, I don't know who I'd kick off back there. You have Sanders back there, Walker back there, and Hinkle. And, of course, Eddie Hinkle is such an explosive athlete, and he runs east and west, but he gets a great gain out of this play.
And a throw that is incomplete as we come back to live action. It was intended for Hinkle as he tried a little curl-in pattern across the 50 and second down and 10. And you see the ankle of Dustin Pisciotti. And maybe the entire game rests on whether or not they can get that ankle ready again. He injured it on Central Bucks last series. Now they're taping it. 5 minutes, 19 seconds remaining. Long running first quarter here. Second down and 10, Cathedral Prep. Here comes Sanders, getting some room this time. First time they've effectively been able to get the ball up the field in Sanders' hands. Gets it close to midfield for about a gain of 5. But it'll bring up third down and about 5 yards to go. Good block by Lynch in there.
Once again, it's one of Prep's basic plays. They're going to down block the whole right-hand side, fullback kick out, bring the backside guard around, and Sanders gets up inside him. So it's a very effective play for Cathedral Prep.
You see Carlson getting the play from Hinkle. What a career and a season Carlson has had. Now owns the all-time career passing yards mark, over 3,000. Did that last week against Woodland Hills. Here comes Sanders again. Good spin move. as he spun it inside Central Bucks territory down to about the 47-yard line. I think he's going to be about a yard short, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And let's see if Mike Mishler is a gambling man this early in the game. We're only 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter, so a lot of football to be played. You see the ball is down at the 47-yard line on the near hash marks. And one thing worth mentioning here is the wind. It is blowing into the face of Cathedral Prep as they play here in the first quarter. It is 4th down. They are going to go for it. And Sanders is the lone setback. And Carlson will take it himself and has the first down. So a sigh of relief, I'm sure, for Mike Mishler, because if you fail on that and you give them the ball near midfield, already down by 7 points, Joe, that's a pretty big gamble this early in the game.
Oh, absolutely. And once again, Prep lined up there, they're double tight end, and they're just going to show their power. And once again, when you get an athlete like Eric Carlson at quarterback, and he's a powerful kid, so that's a pretty darn good call and a safe call for us.
So far, the Ramblers have tried to run the ball on Central Bucks West. And, of course, the wind, which was really whipping this afternoon, it's died down a little bit here at night. Hopefully will die down even more as the game goes along. Carlson wants to throw. Not going to do it. They've got him immediately back at the 50-yard line. The sack administered by number 50, Matt Showalter, a 5'9", 195-pound linebacker. And, Joe, he simply came in from the backside. You'll see him beat the block here. It looked like Sanders trying to beat the block. There's the telestrator being used by PCN. But once he gets inside Sanders, clear shot at Carlson.
Yeah, once again, we got to have our tailback step up a little tighter up inside the blocking scheme there and create our pocket a little better, and Sanders just didn't do that, so that's what happened for the sack. 2nd down 14. They marked him down at the 49-yard line. And here's the give to Jajuan Walker. Walker's got some room, 45-40. 35-30, trips ahead to the 25-yard line, and Jajuan Walker, the young sophomore, making his presence known late here in the first quarter with a big run on 2nd and 14 that gives the Ramblers a first down. Look at the hole up front, Charlie Rush leading the way. Gary, this was a counter trade to the tight end side. They pulled the left guard and tackle, and running behind Charles Rush is a big help there. You can see him hustling down the field there, but it's a successful run for Cathedral Prep. I haven't seen them do this in 2 weeks.
At the 25-yard line, Walker still in there. Walker straight ahead, not much room, puts his head down, tries to get as much out of it as he can, as Central Bucks West, which boasts of a pretty good defensive season as well. And you see Walker simply nowhere to go, Joe. They stacked that up pretty good. Number 7 specifically, Matt Carey in there to make the initial hit.
Once again, that's Prep's bread and butter play there. They have the fullback kick out on the end, bring the backside guard around there, and once again, Central Bucks closed down on it, as you said.
See the time remaining in the upper right-hand corner. That is the time left in the first period here. Central Bucks left with a 7-0 lead. Glad you could join us here. Our replay of the PIAA State Championship game. Carlson over the middle, and it's broken up. Intended for Mays at near the 15-yard line, but broken up nicely. And if he comes in a second too early, that's an interference call, Joe. But he timed it perfectly. Number 24, Ted Kenyon, another senior on this two-time defending state championship team. Good play defensively.
Oh, absolutely. Right now, we're expecting their secondary to be their weakest part of their defense, but they really played very well in these first couple passing plays that we've had at Cathedral Prep, and that kid did a great job making a break on the ball.
Sets up 3rd down and 8 now. You see the ball on the near hash marks at the 25-yard line. They need to get to about the 17 to pick up a first down. Under 2 minutes to play here. That's Lustig in motion. Here comes Sanders, and nowhere to go. They closed up pretty quickly. It looked like initially he was going to have some running room, but they knocked him down as he got it inside the 25, down to about the 23, and it's going to be 4th down here in about 6.
Once again, they're expecting Lustig to really block out the end there, and I just don't think he has the weight behind him to make this play successful. Of course, Mike might have had success with this early in the year, but we're playing maybe a little bigger, stronger team than they have in the past.
1:35 remaining here. Prep will have a 4th down, and you see one of the Ramblers adjusting his helmet. Central Bucks West scoring on a 1-yard run by fullback Ryan Blomgren. And no, we did not mention Dustin Pisciotti because 3 plays prior to the touchdown, Dustin Pisciotti was injured. And he has not returned defensively here. We'll see if Central Bucks West, when they get the ball back, whether he returns offensively. 4th down, Carlson throws for the end zone. It is caught by Ed Hinkle for a touchdown. He pulled it away from the defensive back who looked like he had a clear interception. James West looked like he had the ball in his hands, was going to pull it in. The ball was slightly underthrown, but the magic and the heroics of Ed Hinkle continued. Take a look at it again, Joe.
Gary, this is unbelievable here. I was just about to tell you, it's intercepted here, and look at this effort by Hinkle here. Unbelievable how he rips this ball away. He just wanted the ball more.
Yes, number 26 just did not put it away. James West kind of pulled it down behind him, and we are one extra point away here by Jason Dolak, who has 101 extra points in his career, of tying this game up. Now we've got a penalty.
I think our left guard, Gary, had a little movement in there, and Central Bucks are all pointing at him, so we might get penalized on this.
And you know, Joe, with the wind tonight, and as I mentioned before, it was very windy in the Tyrone game this afternoon.
The wind's at our back, Gary, I'm pretty sure, so this might not affect us as bad as we think here, so let's hope for the best.
Yeah, so it's a pretty wicked wind. I know it affected the Tyrone game this afternoon, the AAA Championship that we watched. And the field's in pretty good shape, too, considering the rain most of Friday down here. They've rolled the field, and to the PIAA's credit, has it in pretty good shape. Dolak's extra point, which amounts to a 25-yard extra point, is up and good. So the Ramblers, thanks to the heroics of Ed Hinkle, have tied it 7-7. We'll be right back.
Mecco welcomes you into the new millennium. The Business Environment Center, your full-service office furniture dealer, creating solutions for workplace performance.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Where? At Truck Central, of course, Kramer's in Northeast. The 2000 Chevy trucks are here with customer cash up to $1,500 or 2.9% financing. Four-wheel drive weather will be here soon, and Kramer's will be sure you're ready. We have the award-winning full-size Chevy Silverado pickup, commercial trucks, passenger vans, and sport utilities, Chevy Suburbans, Tahoes, Blazers, and Trackers. Chevy Truck Month at Truck Central, Kramer's, Route 20, Northeast.
Welcome back to our replay of the PIAA AAA State Championship game. What a nice drive by Prep. And they needed that after Central Bucks West scored first. I mean, you can't get too far behind this run-oriented CB team, right?
Well, absolutely, and it's a confidence booster for us. But now we know we can do things against their defense, and hopefully we can keep doing them all game.
That is Morgan ready to kick off. And he boots it high. It is short. And it is caught by the fullback Blomgren as he comes up over the 30, gets a nice return out of it before being pushed out near the 37-yard line. And one of the problems for the Ramblers all year has been their lack of getting the ball deep and always giving the opposing offense an opportunity. Of course, it hasn't hurt them too much because of the kind of blowouts they've had. They've won games by 50, 60, and 70 points, and usually you don't have to worry when you got leads like that, but here in the state championship game, it immediately gives Central Bucks West operating room at the 37. And Dustin Pisciotti is not out on the field, so he is still injured. And back to throw, and the pass is incomplete. Tried to go out here to the left side off the hands of the intended receiver.
Gary, was a play action. Of course, they even faked out the cameraman here. Once again, trying to surprise Cathedral Prep on the play there. There we see the big back sitting on the sidelines there, ice in the ankle now, so this doesn't look good for Central Bucks.
That does not look good. Yeah, we mentioned that he was not out, and that's the reason why. He not only is not on his feet, but now he's got that ankle, right ankle, elevated. And in case you're just joining us on the second series for Central Bucks West, they eventually punched it into the end zone, but Pisciotti was hurt on the play. Second down and 10 at the 37-yard line. Oriole wants to throw, tosses it out here to the left, incomplete. Number 41 couldn't hold it, Dave Camden, and it looked like had he been able to pull it in, he might have had some room to run out there.
They sure did. They motioned into a trips formation there, and once again, a linebacker had to pick up Camden there, and we didn't have him out there, so if he would have caught the ball, he might have had some running room, so thank goodness he dropped the ball.
Still 1:01 remaining here in the first quarter. It's been a slow-moving, sort of tedious first period here as both teams kind of get their feet on the ground. A lot of emotion involved in the state championship game. You know, you're down here early. You've from the beginning of the season, from the beginning of August, and even as you're lifting weights during the offseason. I mean, this is what you think about playing in this game. 3rd down and 10. Oriole is the quarterback. He's going to roll out. Pump fake, in trouble. Prep's trying to hem him in, and that they do very nicely. Not letting him get to the outside with 50 seconds to play. It will force Central Bucks West to punt here in the final remaining seconds of the first period. And just good pursuit here by the Rambler defense, Joe.
Yeah, once again, Gary, Central Bucks West, they're seeing things that will be successful, then they come right back to it. And maybe Prep's making those adjustments quicker than Central Bucks is giving them credit for, because it was the exact same play, really, to tell you the truth.
And that is Devon Sanders, who again made a great tackle. He has made a number of good plays defensive. He is the one who popped the helmet in on Pisciotti, forcing that fumble earlier in the game.
And we can see why people are recruiting him as a Division I defensive back.
Hinkle's going to let this very short punt hit, and it will be down with 9 seconds remaining near the 40-yard line. So the Ramblers will have good field position. We're tied at 7, and probably time for one more play here before the end of the first period. Central Bucks West scored first, a short run by Ryan Bloomgren, and then on a 4th down play, Cathedral Prep came right back on their next drive. 4th down, a pass to Ed Hinkle, who literally stole it away from the defensive back, who looked like he had a sure interception, and was able to pull it out of the defensive back's hands, pull away the interception, and give Cathedral Prep the tying touchdown. Here's Sanders trying to get to the outside, nearly breaks a tackle as he slides up near the 44-yard line as the final seconds tick off. It'll be 2nd and 7 Prep at the 44-yard line when we return. It's the end of the first quarter. The PIAA State Championship game is tied at 7.
Fred's Furniture has Erie's most affordable everyday low prices, like this rugged solid pine bunk bed, only $198. 3-piece end table set, only $78. Solid wood 5-piece dinette, only $168. Captain's bed, only $188. Sofas starting at $198. 4-drawer chest, only $48. Reclining sectionals, only $798. Plus a large selection of mattresses. All this and more available with express delivery from Fred's Furniture, 117 East 12th Street in Erie.
Save with deep discount commissions at White Discount Securities. Lost in cyberspace? White Discount Securities has local internet trading at www.wdserie.com or speak with a local seasoned broker. Only $29.02 per share a trade. We have no-fee accounts, including IRAs, CDs, tax-frees, and annuities available for your comparison. Call 833-6523. White Discount Securities, 833-6523. Member SIPC.
Gentlemen, we're advertising on the internet. Cyberspace, here we come.
JavaScript. Hyperlink.
Is it gigabytes or RAM we're after?
RAM, I like that. It sounds aggressive.
RAM everything then, even the gigabytes.
It's obvious. Businesses need people who are web savvy.
Hotbot.yahoo.
Yep, they need you. Visit us or call.
Hurry, we have no idea what we're talking about.
Tri-State Business Institute is offering degree programs in information technology.
Welcome back here to the Hershey Park Arena, and there's the story of the game so far, Joe Tarasovich, the ankle of Dustin Pisciotti, injured on the second series. He has not been able to return. And here's a replay of it. You see him, number 33. He took the fake. Charlie Rush went after him, and let's see what happens.
It looks like Charles Rush expected him to have the football, and when he tackles him, he kind of rolls onto the ankle.
The ankle,
like
right? Right. So that is the injury that has all Central Bucks West fans worried. Here is Jajuan Walker as we start the second quarter, getting a little yardage.
Once again, that was a play we had success with earlier in the game with Walker. It was a counter trade to the tight end side there. This time Central Bucks does a better job defending us on it.
It is a 3rd down, and we'll call it about 6. As you see another cutaway of Pisciotti. And he may be out for the game, Joe. I mean, that does not look good.
No, especially now that they've got ice on it here, and it's the way it looks like they're saying it was an outside ankle injury, so those are pretty bad.
Pass over to Lustig, and he has the first down. Just a quick out, and made it to the sticks. Needed to get to around midfield, and got it down to the 47-yard line of Central Bucks West. So a nice, safe pass, a possession pass, and it keeps the drive alive, Joe.
It really is a great throw by Carlson here. He's throwing into the wind there. It's an out pattern, so it's really a pretty long throw, too, longer than we expect from up here.
At the 47-yard line of Central Bucks West, we're tied at 7 here. Opening moments of the second quarter. Out of the I formation, Carlson back to throw. Pumps one, throws it deep, and it's incomplete.
Gary, I think we can see how strong Eric Carlson's arm is. He's throwing into the wind there, and that ball was probably a good 40, 45 yards in the air, and it really was overthrown there, but what a strong arm.
Rambler seemingly, Joe, trying to open it up a little bit here as second down and 10, but they threw to Lustig for the first down. That one was intended for Lustig, and now it's a second down and 10 at the Central Bucks West 47-yard line.
Once again, I really believe, and I think last week we proved it against Woodland Hills, that we're fast on the perimeter there, and we're going to use our speed to our advantage.
Yeah, what a great game that was against Woodland Hills, finally beating that Whitfield jinx, getting us to the state championship game. Carlson wants to throw. Under some pressure, fires out. Nice catch over there. Ed Hinkle pulls it in on a little comeback pattern inside the 40 at the 39-yard line.
Carlson does a great job. Carlson probably his last choice on these patterns here. He made a play action, going to the left-hand side, and he steps back and throws to the right. What a great decision by that quarterback.
At the 39 is going to be about 2 yards short, so third down and 2. And Hinkle, of course, had that big game last week. He caught the game-winning touchdown pass. Of course, he got them into position with that screen pass in which he broke tackles and swerved his way down the field to set up the winning touchdown. Intercepted a pass, made some other great catches. Carlson, that's a broken play, tries to get to the outside, and he's not, and nowhere to go. They're going to sack him back at the 46-yard line. I think it was a broken play, Joe. It looked like he turned around looking for someone to hand the ball off to and just couldn't quite get it done.
I can tell you right now it's a broken play. The guard's pulling to the left-hand side. Walker just steps to the right, and so Carlson has to do the best to accommodate himself there, and ends up being a great play for Central Bucks, but really it was a broken play that made it a great play.
Yeah, number 20. That is Andrew Elsing, who made the tackle. Any thoughts of going for it on fourth down went out the window after that loss by Carlson. Low kick by Hinkle, very short. You see it bouncing inside the 25 and down by Prep at the 23-yard line. So Central Bucks West will get the football back. We are tied at 7 here, both teams scoring in the first quarter. After Central Bucks West scored, Prep came right back and scored on a touchdown pass from Carlson to Hinkle. And of course, we need mention again that Dustin Pisciotti in that Central Bucks West touchdown drive was hurt. And there was a quick shot of Mike Pettin, who, as I understand it, is a pretty good coach. Joe, what do you know about him?
He's the most successful coach in Pennsylvania, and he is a very, very good coach, as we all know. 2 straight state championships, over 300 wins. What a great coach he is.
41 is Dave Cambum. He has the football and nowhere to go. They stack him up in the backfield. No gain. Might have even lost a yard. And I think it was number 40, Joe Dupre, who really made things happen that time. Here's a look at it again.
Once again, Dupre's reading his guards, pulling, and he's stepping down the line of scrimmage. And once again, we've got a lot of great players like Charlie Rush helping to make the stop there also.
Yeah, you're seeing Sanders in on a lot of tackles right near the line of scrimmage, just proving how much Cathedral Prep respects the run of Central Bucks West. They're really keeping people up front. Here's the pitch out, and here comes Cambum again. This time he has some running room. Sort of a short side pitch, carried it up over the 30, and was finally knocked out in front of the CB West bench at the 33.
We're going to toss sweep into the boundary, as you can see right here. And they really outnumber us, and here comes a tackle on a corner, and there's no contest there, and it's just a solid run by them. Hinkle steps up to make the stop finally.
It is a first down as he got it up just enough over the 35-yard line to the 36 to pick up the first down. And number 68, one of the anchors of that offensive line, Bob Bowser, being recruited. He's 6'2", 250. Mike Oriole, play action fake, wants to throw, fires it downfield, and it is caught for another first down near midfield. Pulling it in is number 20, Andrew Elsing. And a nice throw this time by Oriole, because that's probably one of the toughest passes to throw. As he is rolling left, a right-hander has to kind of square his shoulders, as you'll see the telestrator. And with Morgan bearing on him, he was able to get off a pretty good pass.
That was a great throw by the quarterback. And you said, Gary, he has to square his shoulders up and make a throw now. And with Cathedral Prep committing 8 guys in the box there, Central Bucks is going to throw first down once in a while there.
And the Ramblers defensively want to take a timeout, so we'll take a timeout as well. We're tied at 7 here, second quarter of the PIAA AAA State Championship game.
Pre-owned cars.
Used cars.
But Nissan certified cars come with a 72-month, 72,000-mile warranty.
Warranty?
That means the Nissan factory pays.
Does that mean I could save more money?
Thousands. But it will be pre-owned money.
I love used money and I enjoy the ride.
The best selection of pre-owned cars and the best warranty in the business. Only at the Nissan store on West 26th Street.
The Tile Gallery at 4801 Peach Street offers the region's finest selection of ceramic tiles, tumbled marble and limestone, granite, glass tiles, and laminate flooring. The Tile Gallery specializes in custom decorative tiles, original designs to suit your living space, and most importantly, installation expertise. Is your home ready for the future? Experience the Tile Gallery for art you can walk on. See the Tile Gallery at their new location, 4801 Peach Street in Erie.
To Hershey Park Stadium, Gary Drapcho and Joe Tarasovich, 7-7, 9:03 remaining here in the second quarter. And a little defensive adjustment timeout for Cathedral Prep after back-to-back plays netted the Bucks 2 first downs, and now they're at it again just inside their half of the 50-yard line.
Gary, you can take a look. Cathedral Prep's got 8-9 guys in the box there. Once again, Central Bucks are going to go outside to try to be successful.
And it is a new running back, Phil DiGiacomo. He's a junior, 6 foot, 205 pounds. And a nice play by Lynch to get him to the outside and prevent him from getting much further as he turned it back up and got across the 50 down to about the 47.
Our defensive end, their number 27 for Cathedral Prep, did a great job stringing that play out there, and his name escapes me, Gary. I'm sorry about that.
Cray, I believe.
Cray.
Second down and 7 at the 47-yard line. Call it a long 6. And again, that really tight formation by Central Bucks West. And here comes number 41, Camber McGann, trying to get to the outside. They kept him inbounds, but not much running room at the 46-yard line. And again, it is Devon Sanders, who really is playing the run extremely well, Joe. Take a look at it as he kind of pinch in from that defensive back position.
He sure is, Gary. He lined up on the line of scrimmage, Gary, and then Central Bucks ran motion, so he walked himself off there. Central Bucks tossed the ball that way. He had to step back up. It's a great play by Sanders.
I mean, did you see him take on that block and still make the tackle? That he did a better job of that than in live action.
Yeah, he does a great job. Devon Sanders really knows how to play the game, and he has a great instinct for the football and how to fight off blocks.
You see the time left in the upper right-hand corner. That is until halftime. We are tied at 7. It is 3rd down and 5 at the 46-yard line of Cathedral Prep. Oriole flips it out, and it's dropped. Phil DiGiacomo, they've tried that play a couple times, and they just can't connect on it. They try to swing somebody out in the flats, turn that way, and it looks like it's got some room if the running backs are able to hang on to it.
Gary, once again, it's a play that's trying to get that running back on a linebacker, and our linebackers are going to have to get out there and get to him. If not, they're going to have success with it, but once again, the back can't handle the throw.
That makes it 4th down and 5, and of course, it is punting time for Central Bucks West. Ed Hinkle, the lone deep man. Good snap, no pressure. Gets off a high punt, and Hinkle calls for the fair catch and makes the fair catch at the 13-yard line.
Gary, I don't think people are going to understand how tough that catch is there. That wind's swirling down there, and we've talked about the wind before, so Hinkle does a great job on that catch there.
Probably more than any other factor weather-wise, wind is probably the toughest, I would say. I mean, rain, you can kind of try to keep your hands dry. Cold, of course, you can try to keep warm, and now they have these heaters on the sidelines, but wind, you simply can't control anything about the wind. It's going to be either in your face or at your back or swirling around you, and it makes passing, kicking, every facet of the game difficult.
Well, it sure does change the game. You try to stay within your game plan, but boy, sometimes it really alters everything.
Ramblers at the 13-yard line. Central Bucks West has had the better of it in terms of field position so far, but have not been able to cash in on a couple of drives that started in good field position. Now the Ramblers get a run by Devon Sanders for about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, up close to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's Walker in the game there, and once again they had double tight end, and it's just an inside run there. I don't think they tried trapping anybody. We're just trying to use our strength against their strength.
And there is Dustin Pisciotti, and he's now on his feet.
Now, this is a good sign for Central Bucks. Maybe he'll be able to come back in the game later on, Gary.
Yeah, he had left in the second series. They retaped it. They put some ice on it. Now he's just trying to walk it off. He has not appeared since injuring that ankle in the second offensive series. Carlson down the middle, and it's incomplete. Good defensive play intended for the tight end, Jake Lynch. But number 26, James West, was able to break it up. West is the man who thought he had an interception in the end zone until Ed Hinkle literally stole it out of his hands, ending up a Prep touchdown, tying this game up at 7-7. But it's third down and 8 now. And the referee is saying something to the Central Bucks West sideline people, or at least he's headed in that direction. I don't know whether there's
let's listen. Get him back. Got a sideline warning. Back him up. Back him up. Back him up. The next one, coach.
Gary, we have a player's box, and the players aren't in the player's box, and they may have too many coaches in the coach's box. There's only allowed 3 coaches in the coach's box, which I hate to say I don't agree with either. But the player's box I do agree with. Those players have to stand back there. It just makes the game that much better to flow for the officials.
No, back me up. Coach, next one's a 5-yard penalty, okay?
Well, he got the warning. The next time he has to tell them to stand back.
Sideline warning against Central Bucks.
A warning. Next time it's 5. That ever happened to you, Joe? The referee's telling you to keep your kids back?
Oh, absolutely. That's why usually during a game I designate one of my coaches. I call him the player box coach, and he's responsible to keep them back. And we get warnings for too many coaches in the box, but that's something that I try to get away with.
Third down and 8 now at the 15-yard line. Big play for Prep as they're able to move the sticks. Carlson back to throw, fires it out to the right. And did he catch it? No. I think he did come down with it, but they say he was out of bounds. Great catch by Josh Lustig, but Lustig was unable to apparently get his feet down in time on the far side of the field for what would have been a first down.
What a great throw by Eric Carlson here, and once again, an outstanding effort by Lustig here, stretching out to catch this football here.
Let's see, does he have it? Looks like he may have tucked it in and maybe just landed on that sideline, maybe just a little bit too far outside.
I agree with you, Gary. It looked like he caught the ball, was dropped outside, out of bounds.
Nearly blocked. Hinkle with an end-over-ender that is taken by Camberm. And Camberm comes up over the 40 and gets to the 39-yard line. So the stop by Central Bucks West, forcing Prep to punt, has given the Bucks outstanding field position. They're going to start at the Cathedral Prep 39-yard line in a game which is tied here at 7 midway in the second quarter. And if you're Central Bucks West and you are thinking we've got to take advantage of this good field position that Prep is giving us.
Oh, absolutely. They've got this great running game, and they want to keep the ball going down the field. Once again, it's unbalanced down here to the boundary. Just power football again. Prep stood up to the task there.
Blomgren rushing it straight ahead. Rush is there to stop him, as well as Dupre. You see, with the 6 minutes remaining here in the second quarter, we are halfway through. And you see Blomgren straight ahead and bang right into Joe Dupre.
Gary, there had to be a missed block for Central Bucks. They had 4 linemen on that side of the line, and no one blocked Dupre. I don't know how you can not block the Prep's best defensive player, but they didn't do it there.
Tight formation. Oriole rolling to his right on 2nd and 8, getting to the outside. Fumbles. It's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and it's going to turn out okay for Central Bucks West, but I do see a flag down back near the line of scrimmage. That would give Central Bucks West a 3rd and 1 situation at the Cathedral Prep 30. That fumble ahead that went out of bounds, but everybody's walking back, and it looks like this penalty is going to be against the Bucks offense.
Holding against the offense. Repeat, 2nd down.
There it is, as you take a look at the play where that holding occurred. Maybe right there on Cray. Morgan is the one who knocked it loose on a nice defensive play from behind.
Sure did. They were once again trying to run a guard lead quarterback sweep here, and we were very fortunate to get a holding penalty for us there.
From the spot of the foul is where that holding penalty is marked off. They set it down near the 50, right on the 50 in fact. And it's going to be 2nd down and 21. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Oriole back to throw. No, he's not going to get the throw off. Big Charlie Rush with a sack as he gets him back at the 43-yard line, and Charlie Rush making his presence felt.
Gary, now you can see why Charles Rush is considered one of the best defensive tackles in the state of Pennsylvania, maybe in the country. There's 2 guys trying to block him, and he just takes care of everybody. That's just a lot of strength there.
Yeah, he beat offensive lineman Nick Daly, who is 6'2", 240 and a junior. And Rush, of course, a junior as well. listed at 6'3", 265, so that's a pretty good matchup. And it's another loss on the play. So 3rd and 27 now, way back at the Central Bucks West 43-yard line. Back to throw is Oriel, and he tries to flip it out to the left, and it's incomplete. Unable to be held by number 41, Dave Cameron. And it's punting time, and I think Central Bucks West, which started that drive, Joe, at the 39-yard line of Prep, now is punting from the 35-yard line in their own territory.
This is a great play by Jake Lynch. The ball, he had the ball there, and Lynch steps up and makes him drop the football. So what an outstanding play by that linebacker.
So the Ramblers dodge a bullet here as they gave Central Bucks West outstanding field position, but a holding call and then a sack by Charles Rush made it happen. Low end over end kick. Hinkle's going to let it bounce inside the 10, inside the 5, and it is down at the 1-yard line. Ed Hinkle could not get to that low line drive punt, had to let it bounce, and it really cost Cathedral Prep because they're backed up at their own 1-yard line here with a 7-7 tie in the second quarter. And that wind may have been a factor in terms of trying to come up and make a catch on that, Joe.
Gary, that's very uncharacteristic for Ed Hinkle. He's a great returner, and once again, I believe the wind had something to do with that. He couldn't get to it. The ball maybe drifted away from him, and we hate to see the ball hit the ground there, and you can see why, of course. But once again, it's very uncharacteristic for Ed Hinkle.
And there is Hinkle split out wide to the left. Carlson's simply going to take it straight ahead, follow his center, Jeff Bomba, up the middle, and get as much out of it as he can with under 4.5 minutes remaining here until the half. He gained 2 up to the 43-yard line. That's about all you can do here. You don't want to risk too much down deep in your own territory. I mean, if you're at the 4 or the 3, that's one thing, but when you're stacked up right against your own goal line, there's not much more you can do unless you want to take some chances.
No, that's right. And right now, if you take chances, people will question. I think it was a nice, safe call. Try to get yourself a little room to work here.
2nd down and 8. Carlson back to throw. Looks, fires downfield, and nobody's there. Incomplete. He did a nice job of simply throwing that ball away. It looked like at the bottom of your screen, I think it was Hinkle, it was Hinkle who was doing a down and up, and they just covered it well, and Carlson did a good job of reading that, and not electing to take a gamble and throwing it in there and risking an interception, but just throwing it downfield incomplete.
It was one of those set calls, like you said, and out and up there. I wish we would have just ran the out there because I think he was open right away there, but once again, Eric Carlson does a great job throwing the ball away and making sure there's nothing bad happens.
Our field position continues to haunt the Ramblers here as Sanders, running up over the right side, gets 2, maybe 3 yards out over the 5 to the 6-yard line. But Cathedral Prep, with 3:45 and counting remaining here in the first quarter, will be asked to punt from their own end zone. So their last 2 possessions have started at their own 13 and at their own 1. Central Bucks West last possession started at the Prep 39. Eventually a sack and a penalty forced them to punt, but they should get the ball in good field position here. Hinkle with a terrible kick, very low. It bounces up near the 40, and that is where Jajuan Walker will down it. So again, Central Bucks West with 3:15 remaining here in the first half in a tie game 7-7. We'll be right back.
Give or receive. Both are great options when holiday gifts come from Blair Outlet. Choose from the selection of kitchen necessities, including George Foreman's fat-reducing fusion grills, 9-piece cookware by Wherever, and microwave ovens from famous maker Sharp. Display family or holiday pictures in stylish frames. And as always, you'll find men's and women's apparel at everyday low prices. This year, shop Blair Outlet for all your holiday needs.
Blair, where style and value come together.
A AAA membership is the gift that shows you care all year long. They can use it to save money on family fun with AAA's Disney World discounts. And they'll thank you if they ever need a AAA tow truck. With the AAA membership, you're also giving TripTix, no-fee traveler's checks, instant car registration and title work, affordable insurance, and a full-service travel agency. And AAA will give you $10 off every basic membership. Show you care all year long. Bring your gift list to AAA today.
Chilly night here at the Hershey Park Stadium. 3:15 remaining until halftime. 7-7 tie here. And Central Bucks West starting at the Prep 40 on this offensive drive. And again, it is Dave Camburn, a 5'11", 180-pound junior, taking the place of Justin Pisciotti, who carries for about 5 yards near the 35. Charles Rush down to make the tackle.
Once again, Charles Rush is playing an outstanding game right now. He's fighting off blocks and making a tackle on a sweep to the short side of the field there. So Charlie Rush is really helping us, our prep defense, out tonight.
And now we're going to get a timeout by the Ramblers. So why don't we take another quick break here while we have the opportunity. We're tied at 7-all, second quarter, the PIAA Quad A State Championship game, right here on Channel 35. We'll be right back.
When Quick Fill frequent fuelers fill up with 8 gallons or more of Quick Fill Unleaded, Premium Unleaded, or Higher Octane Super Quick, they get their card punched. When they get their card punched 8 times, they get $2 worth of gas or merchandise. With just 8 gallons of fill-up, that's 3 1/8 cents a gallon cheaper. If you don't have a Quick Fill frequent fueler card, get one. And then get punched out at Quick Fill. The frequent fueler people, for all you've got that's running on empty.
Do you dread shopping for a used car? It can be frustrating. You want a good car. You want a good car at a fair price. What next? Warranty. Kramer Motors in Northeast has a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty on nearly every vehicle in stock. Not just powertrain, not just late models. Example, 96 Pontiac Grand Am GT Coupe with Kramer's 12-12 warranty. Drive to Kramer's Route 20 Northeast. Good cars, fair prices, great warranty.
Back here at the Hershey Park Stadium, it'll be 2nd down and 5, Central Bucks West. They're at the prep 35-yard line as play resumes, needing to get near the 30 to pick up a first down. And again, it's Camburn, and Camburn is close to that first down marker as he is hit hard again. Charles Rush and Devon Sanders over there in pursuit. But they like that play. They're going more to the outside, of course, with Dustin Pisciotti no longer part of this game. As you take a look at the replay, and ISO on Charles Rush, and watch the pursuit, Joe.
Yeah, Rush just runs over his offensive guard there. They pull the tackle to that side, running a quick pitch, and Sanders steps up, but Rush just runs over the offensive guard to help make the tackle there. He sure is having a heck of a ball game.
They're going to bring these sticks out for a measurement to see if he did get the first down. And he did. Or it looks like he did. Let's see if he made it. Yes, right on that 30-yard line. He did get the first down. But Dustin Pisciotti, and I know you haven't seen Central Bucks all year, obviously, but do you sense that this is a different offensive attack without Pisciotti? Are they doing some different things? As you again see the replay on the great defensive pursuit by Charles Rush. But is this are they doing some things differently than they would have if Pisciotti was playing?
To tell you the truth, Gary, right now I've got the feeling that they've come in with a game plan. They're sticking with it because with Pisciotti in there, they were pitching the ball outside there. So I really think they're sticking to their game plan.
Here's the give to the ball's loose. He falls on it, and it looks like he's recovered, although one of the Ramblers has come up with a football. One of the Ramblers, there he is, Eric Field, is holding the football over his head saying, I got it.
You had an inadvertent whistle, get away.
And I think I heard the referee say inadvertent whistle, Joe. It looks like the number 4, Ryan Blomroom, fell on the football, and I think that's when the official blew the whistle, thinking that he had recovered it when indeed he had not, and Eric Field eventually came up with it. Let's see if there's an explanation.
We have an inadvertent whistle. We're going back and replay the down.
Ooh, a big break for Central Bucks West. They're going to replay the down.
Gary, there's one mad coach on that sideline over there, and Mike Mishler right now.
Yeah.
There's just no excuse in a state championship game to have an inadvertent whistle like this.
Come here, Coach. Come here. Okay, we're okay. I never argue with it. Let me explain it to you, okay? He had an inadvertent whistle, and by rule, okay,
Johnny Moore listening in.
Once again, the whole prep staff's very interested in this. But once again, there's no explanation for this. Prep's not going to be satisfied no matter what happens here. Let's just hope it doesn't come back and haunt us here.
Well, the play was a 1st and 10 play. Now it makes it, well, they're going to replay it again, so it will be 1st and 10 all over again. It would have been a recovered fumble for Eric Field. Number 4 just fell on the football, and it looked like, from our angle, Joe, it looked like he had recovered it, but apparently it slipped out of his hands because Eric Field, let's take a look at it again on the replay. And it's Charles Rush. There's the ball loose on the ground, and they kind of follow Charles Rush on the replay here. But there's Field coming in, and he definitely had it, no question about it.
There was never any control here. 2 things happened bad here. We don't get the football, and it's 1st and 10 would have been 2nd and long for us. So there's 2 things that happened bad to Cathedral Prep here.
Counting down to about 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Game tied at 7-7. Central Bucks West trying to change that before halftime. Oriel, play action fake, throws as he hits, and it is incomplete, nearly interception, and I'm not sure who nailed him, but somebody drilled quarterback Mike Oriel as he was ready to throw the football. They're isoing on him. Let's see what the play is here.
Jake Lynch steps up and really delivers quite a blow here. And once again, Sitter tries a great effort to make the interception there. So once again, we're trying everything to get that ball back.
Yeah, Jonathan Sitter almost had a defensive lineman's dream, an interception. The only thing would have been better had he been able to return it for a touchdown. But what a great hit by Jake Lynch. 2nd down and 10 at the 30. Clock stopped after the incomplete pass with 1:50 remaining. Here's the reverse to Camberm inside the 30. Still on his feet. Drives forward inside the 25. Dupre on the backside pursuit along with Lustig makes the tackle. But it's a nice little gain by Camberm, who's showed his ability in running the football. With Dustin Pisciotti not in the game.
That play was almost broken up from the beginning. Look at Sanders there. Almost destroyed the play in the beginning here. And then, of course, once again, Joe Dupre makes a heck of a play reading the play and coming over to help make the stop with Lustig.
Sanders has had a great first half in terms of hitting and tackling in the defensive secondary for Cathedral Prep.
Gary, this play is going to be stopped right here. It's an illegal formation. It's got to be called back.
Incomplete. Oriel tried to throw for the end zone. Incomplete.
We had too many guys in the backfield there for Central Bucks. It has to be illegal formation.
Well, let's see if the referee calls for it. There's 1:06 remaining.
Hey, white captain.
Yes, it is going to be a penalty. Good call, Joe. They're seeking out Joe Dupre, the defensive captain of the Ramblers. And with 1:06 remaining, it is going to be their replay at the down, so it'll be 3rd down. And we'll check out the yardage once they mark off the penalty. But an important stand here coming up for Cathedral Prep as you listen to the referee's call.
Illegal formation against the offense. Repeat 3rd down.
You have to have, what, at least 7 men up on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you have to have 7 men on the line of scrimmage. And once again, Central Bucks was running an unloaded, unbalanced formation to the left this time, but they had too many guys in the backfield of that formation.
So it was 3rd and 4. Now let's see, it should be 3rd down and about 9 as they mark the football back at the 29-yard line. The referee still explaining things to the Rambler defensive unit. It was 3rd and 4 near the 27-yard line, and now it is 3rd down and 9 at the 29. So here we go with 1:06 remaining. Back to throw is Oriel under pressure. Mike Cray has him. So does Charles Rush, and down he goes for the sack. Mike Cray was the first to hit him, coming up with a big sack here in the final minute of play of the first half, Joe.
Once again, maybe a formation Central Bucks doesn't like to get into. They spread the field this time, and they don't do a great job pass protecting for Oriel. And right there you see Cray and Charlie Rush making a great sack.
And the telestrator was pointing to field, and here's Rush simply beating his man to the inside, just using strength and then using his quick feet to come up and help Cray with the sack. So it is 4th down now, and back to throw is Oriel, down over the middle, has a man, complete, and a great open field tackle by Jajuan Walker at the 22-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, and with 36 seconds remaining, Cathedral Prep will take over on downs at their own 22-yard line. But you talk about some of the best open field tackling that we have seen all year. It's come from this young sophomore, Jajuan Walker. Watch him make this tackle.
This is an outstanding play here. You got Morgan helping out there. Like you said, the Walker, number 4, helped make the tackle.
Let's see what Prep elects to do with the final 36 seconds remaining. Carlson wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, down the middle, and well short of a cutting Ed Hinkle as he tried to slip down the middle, and the ball was underthrown. Maybe the wind affecting that a little bit.
Maybe. Right again, we're throwing into the wind there, so Eric has to make sure that he's real careful with the football. We're trying to run an underneath pattern there, real safe there. Trying to question how many timeouts we have here. I'm not sure how many Prep has left.
There's a shot of Jajuan Walker over there. As we mentioned, a great defensive tackle to stop Central Bucks West on that 4th down play. 2nd down and 10. Flags are thrown. It looked like somebody on the Bucks defense may have jumped outside. Or offsides, I should say.
Charles Rush kind of stepped back for us, Gary. There,
Okay.
penalty against us, so illegal motion against us. Charlie even hit himself in the head here, if you see it here.
Oh, there it is, right? Kind of moved back a little bit.
Charlie was even disappointed in himself.
So it is second down and 15 now, as Charles Rush, who, like a lot of the Cathedral Prep Ramblers, being recruited in his junior season. And Carlson's electing to take a knee with 30 seconds remaining. I guess with the wind in your face, you'll take a tie here against the two-time defending state champs who came into this game with a 44-game win streak. You know that Dustin Pisciotti, their all-state running back, all-world running back, is out of the game with an ankle injury. And I guess if you're Mike Mishler, you'll gladly take a 7-7 tie here as we head to the intermission.
Well, Gary, why make a mistake here? I agree with Mike's decision here, and we're going to get the football back, start the second half. So right now, it's a great decision by Mike. But why make a mistake here and give Central Bucks an opportunity?
You see the Rambler faithful. They are here in throngs, and so are we at the Hershey Park Stadium. Our football championship continues in just a moment. Halftime with the score tied 7-all.
More than half of all workers have never calculated the amount they will need to save and accumulate for retirement. Hi, I'm Graham Parsons. Considering that most people will spend a quarter or more of their life in retirement, this procrastination can have disastrous effects later in life. For assistance with your retirement planning or investment management needs, please call me at 459-7071 or visit my website at lpl.com/Graham.Parsons.
No busy signals, no toll charges, and no broken windows.
Sign up for free high-speed DSL services and receive a free modem and free installation. Call ErieNet today.
I was injured on the job. What I thought was a simple workman's compensation claim went all the way to the state Supreme Court. The bills started to pile up. I was glad Dallas was on our side.
Most cases don't have to go to the Supreme Court, but if yours does, Dallas W. Hartman will be there for you.
The Supreme Court decided in our favor. I got my benefits, and my family was cared for.
No recovery, no fee. Dallas W. Hartman. Lawyers aggressively representing accident victims.
Dallas helped.
If you're looking for that perfect Christmas gift, this year give the priceless gift of good health with a membership gift certificate from Nautilus Fitness and Racket Club. It'll be appreciated by everyone on your gift list. From now until Christmas Eve, every Nautilus membership is discounted to just a $69 initiation fee, and at only $69. It's an affordable gift for everyone. Come in now. This membership special ends Christmas Eve, only at the Nautilus Fitness and Racket Club.
Welcome back here to Hershey Park. There you see the halftime stats, Joe, and immediately what comes out is the 35 yards rushing by Cathedral Prep, not their usual standards, and the fact that Jajuan Walker had that big run of some 20 yards, that was most of it.
Once again, I think that's been our Achilles heel for the last 2 weeks. We have to get our running game going to keep our offense on the field there, take the pressure off our passing game to make things happen there. So once again, we've got to do a better job running the football. And you can see also we only have 3 first downs in the first half. Yeah. We've got to establish the run.
Under 100 yards of total offense for the Ramblers, each team with 1 turnover. The time of possession pretty even, a pretty even first half. And 2 things about Central Bucks West that has to make Cathedral Prep a little hopeful here at halftime, Joe, is the fact that, number 1, Central Bucks West had a huge advantage in field position in that first half, could not take advantage of it. And number 2, Dustin Pisciotti missed the nearly the entire first half, an ankle injury on the second offensive series for the Bucks. He left, he has not returned, and so Prep has to feel pretty good about themselves here at halftime.
Oh, I agree. Right away, our defense is doing their job there. We're stopping a very powerful running game. They only have 78 yards rushing the football. Right away, we're putting pressure on their passing game, and they only have 22 yards passing the ball. So we're doing things that we have to do to stop them, but we have to get ourselves going a little bit.
Our coverage of the PIAA AAA State Championship game continues on Channel 35. The second half kickoff coming up in just a moment.
Why do echoes
throws carry so well. Because they're designed from the inside out.
Need storage? Call J.H. Bennett Moving and Storage. J.H. Bennett's newly constructed climate-controlled facility provides state-of-the-art storage of household goods, electronics, and other high-value products. The facility also houses J.H. Bennett Records Management, a sister company that provides sophisticated off-site managing of inactive business records, medical records, and other documents. The system is designed to free valuable office space and reduce the cost of corporate and/or institutional archiving of inactive records. So whatever your storage needs are, call J.H. Bennett.
Seasons change. So do the lives of people who've been affected by a serious injury or the death of a loved one. Choosing the right attorney can be a difficult decision. Choosing wisely can mean all the difference. At my law office, our clients are our #1 priority. Give us a call. I promise we'll take all the time necessary to give your case the careful review it deserves.
At the Furniture and Mattress Outlet, we've worked hard this season searching the country for all kinds of great deals on furniture and mattresses. Sofas at $295 and $395. A leather sofa $595. All wood bedrooms $895. Dining sets from $185. Queen-size Simmons mattress sets $195. You name it. Truckloads of first quality values have arrived just in time for the holidays. And take advantage of 1 year without payments or interest on everything. At the Furniture and Mattress Outlet at 12th and Pittsburgh Avenue in Erie.
Welcome back to the state championship game. We're ready for the second half kickoff. Prep had won the toss to start, elected to defer, and so they will be receiving the ball here in this 7-7 tie to start the third quarter. I'm Gary Drapcho with Joe Tarasovich. And, Joe, we need to do something with that Prep offense. Let's see if in this first offensive series, whether Mike Mishler and the staff have made adjustments offensively in this second half for the second half.
Once again, I'm hoping we can establish the run. We've got to go to our strength, which is our running game.
And Sanders is the man who has to do that. Nice kickoff return across the 30 and all the way out to the 37-yard line. So Devon Sanders giving Cathedral Prep a relatively good field position to start the second half, something that they did not have the entire second quarter. As you take a look at it again, you'll see the wall being set up there, and there's the 1, 2, 3, 4 Ramblers right there. There's the open space as the telestrator indicates, and Sanders with his speed almost able to sneak through and did a good job of getting it out to the 37-yard line. So here we go, second half underway. Here's Devon Sanders to the outside, 40, 45, 50, 45, and knocked out at the 41-yard line. And whatever adjustments they made at the half, it certainly worked on that play. Devon Sanders, first down at the Central Bucks West 41-yard line.
Gary, once again, it's a counter trade to the tight end side. We're kicking out the end. We've got Charlie Rush coming up onto a linebacker, looking to meet up that linebacker right there. And then Sanders just does a great job showing his speed there.
Run out of bounds by fellow running back Dave Camburn in that defensive alignment for Central Bucks West. 1st and 10. They marked him out at the 42-yard line. And here comes Jajuan Walker trying to get a little yardage. Gets it down to about the 40. And a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards, setting up second down at about 8.
Gary, that was the exact same play ran before with Sanders now to Walker there. Central Bucks does a better job defending it, but once again, we have to be real happy. We're trying to establish our strength, the running game.
Central Bucks West scored on a 1-yard run by Ryan Bloomgren. A Carlson to Hinkle pass of 17 yards gave Cathedral Prep their lone touchdown of the game. And Carlson back to throw, looking downfield, incomplete. Threw it behind Garrett Mays, his intended receiver, and it was Blomgren who nearly came up with the interception. Bounced off of his chest, incomplete, setting up 3rd down and 8 for the Ramblers at the Central Bucks West 40.
Once again, we've been running counter trade, so we're going to come out with our counter trade pass there. Great play action fake there, and once again, he just threw it behind him. He was wide open.
Yeah, Mays cutting across. I don't know whether Carlson thought he was going to curl into that area or not, but lucky it was not intercepted. So a big play here to start this Second half, 3rd and 8, and a first down, a catch by Hinkle, or by Lustig, I should say. And they, his knee was down at the 30-yard line, Joe. And I thought a knee down meant you were down in high school football, but they're going to give Lustig yardage all the way inside the 25-yard line.
Gary, once again, I got a feeling that this time the officiating is going to be in our favor here. His knee does touch the ground here. And once again, he gets up and plays like it wasn't on the ground there, and the official let it go. So we're going to gain another 5-6 yards out of this.
Carlson back to throw again, and he gets it to Lustig. Lustig trying to break away, unable to do so. But now the ball is loose, and Central Bucks West says they have it, but I think they're going to whistle it down.
Let's hope so. Once again, that's very dangerous. The receiver trying that extra effort there. Got to put 2 hands on the football there. Let's hope we get to keep it here.
It will stay in the hands of Cathedral Prep. And so they did rule Lustig was down on the play. And going back to that previous play, a clear miss by one of the officials about the knee touching down, but they're allowed to make a mistake, especially when it's in the Ramblers' favor.
The only when it's Ramblers' favor.
2nd down and 3 at the 22-yard line. And here comes Sanders at the 15. Sanders upfield at the 10-5, touchdown, Cathedral Prep. Devon Sanders running free, was never touched, and the Ramblers using a 6-play drive to start this second half and scoring on a 22-yard run by Devon Sanders, and he wasn't even touched, Joe.
Now, Gary, once again, it's counter-traded the tight end side there. Good kick-out block by the guard, Charles Rush, on the linebacker. And look at Lustig blocking downfield. Excellent design play.
Wow, talk about making some halftime adjustments. The Ramblers come out, they run, they throw as effectively in that drive as they had in any of their offensive series in the first half. And now Jason Dolak will try to make it a 7-point game. High snap, kick is up, and it is no good. It came up short. The wind blew it back. It's no good. And so Central Bucks West is only down by 6. The Ramblers do take the lead. We'll be right back as Cathedral Prep leads it 13-7.
Give me a hand. Give me a hand. Come on. Drop the chalupa. Drop it. Drop the chalupa.
Yeah, drop that chalupa. The new Taco Bell chalupa is so good, people won't put it down. With a shell so crispy and flaky on the outside, yet soft and chewy on the inside, you'll wonder why we put stuff in it at all. Grab one now for just 99 cents. Move. Mine. They're back.
Happy New Year, amigos.
4 new Chihuahuas are ready to party. Get yours now at Taco Bell.
Mecco welcomes you into the new millennium. The Business Environment Center, your full-service office furniture dealer, creating solutions for workplace performance.
Welcome back here, 13-7 in favor of the Ramblers, scoring on their first possession here of the second half. A nice 6-play drive. A 22-yard run by Devon Sanders, giving them the lead. But check out the high snap. Hinkle brings it down, and Dolak got under it. And you were talking, Joe, in the break, just exactly the wind. And the wind's going to make this one a short kick, and a fair catch is called by Bucks at the 32-yard line. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10. But, I mean, Dolak got the ball up in the air. He may have gotten under it a little bit, but you could definitely see how the wind blowing in his face did not allow that ball to even get to the goalpost.
It's tough to explain to the people how hard this wind's really blowing. The strips on the goalpost are really blowing straight up in the air, so it's a very heavy wind blowing at us.
Dustin Pisciotti has not started the second half, so he remains out of the football game. He was hurt, a right ankle injury to a second offensive series of the game for Central Bucks West. He has not returned offensively or defensively since, as Jonathan Sitter makes the stop. I'm Gary Drapcho with Joe Tarasovich, and the Ramblers have the lead for the first time in this game, 13-7, as you see the run by Dave Camberm coming up.
Once again, it's the old Green Bay sweep. Fullback's going to kick out on the corner, and both guards pull, and Central Bucks have been running this all day.
This is a physical game, to say the least. And we also have another Central Bucks player down, and I think it is Camberm. So they've already lost Pisciotti, and here it is again, and now they may use Camberm and both of their starters in the backfield, as you see, Sitter, yeah, he came up and from behind rolled on the back of his ankle. And so apparently we're going to have another ankle injury to one of the Central Bucks players.
Gary, I just don't know if Central Bucks could come back with another back in the backfield. These are two quality backs that have in case of losing here.
All right, we'll see what the situation is when we return. The Ramblers, they'll have the lead, 13-7.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Where? At Truck Central, of course, Kramer's in Northeast. The 2000 Chevy trucks are here with customer cash up to $1,500 or 2.9% financing. Four-wheel drive weather will be here soon, and Kramer's will be sure you're ready. We have the award-winning full-size Chevy Silverado pickup, commercial trucks, passenger vans, and sport utilities, Chevy Suburbans, Tahoes, Blazers, and Trackers. Chevy Truck Month at Truck Central, Kramer's, Route 20, Northeast.
Fred's Furniture has Erie's most affordable everyday low prices, like this rugged solid pine bunk bed, only $198. Three-piece end table set, only $78. Solid wood 5-piece dinette, only $168. Captain's bed, only $188. Sofas starting at $198. Four-drawer chest, only $48. Reclining sectionals, only $798. Plus a large selection of mattresses. All this and more available with express delivery from Fred's Furniture, 117 East 12th Street in Erie.
And there is another bad news if you're on the Central Bucks West side, because number 41, Dave Cambam, who has been doing a pretty good job in place of Dustin Pisciotti, who was hurt. Now he is hurt. All of a sudden, we're deep into the depth of the depth chart of Central Bucks West, Joe. Second down and 7. Here's Bloomgren, I should say, a 6'1", 195-pound senior who has scored the lone touchdown for Central Bucks West, getting a good 5 yards out of it. But the Ramblers, seeing and sensing the fact they have the lead and Central Bucks West injured on offense, trying to now stop the run using backups.
Central Bucks ran an onside guard trap to the fullback there, and he made an excellent run on the play there. That's Pisciotti's backup, of course. That's in the game. They're running the ball right now.
Bloomgren's third down and 2. Ariel is the quarterback. You see again the tight formation, and Bloomgren bangs straight ahead, and he appears to be close to first down yardage as he moves it out to about the 42-yard line. 9:05 remaining, and now that is a shot that is being repeated. First it was Dustin Pisciotti in the first quarter getting an ankle taped, and now that is number 41, Dave Campbell, who has an ankle injury, and again it's the right ankle. So both of the starters in the Bucks backfield out of the game with ankle injuries. Now we do understand, and we'll try to confirm this, that Dustin Pisciotti has been given medical clearance to come back into the game. Whether it's his decision, the coach's decision, or whatever, we'll have to wait and see. Here's the pitch back, and leaping up over the 45 and getting out to about the 46-yard line is Phil Giacomo, as Dupre makes the tackle for Cathedral Prep, and it is a gain of about 4 yards.
Once again, their favorite play. They're trying to run a sweep with leading both guards out there, and Dupre makes an excellent stop there, and you can see Big Charlie Rush getting down the line of scrimmage to help support him.
One of the Ramblers now shaken up, and this has been, we have a chance to talk about just how physical of a game this has been, Joe. I mean, they are pounding each other. Jonathan Sitter is the man who is being attended to at the moment by the Cathedral Prep training staff, but it has been a physical, hard-hitting game, and it has been a wonderful game to watch and also to televise.
Gary, these young men go through, you know, probably 20 weeks of football, and it's going to take its toll on it now. And then, of course, with the cold weather we have down here, those little dings are starting to be major injuries. And once again, it's a lot of football for young men to play here. You know, Central Bucks in their 15th game, Cathedral Prep in their 14th game. So once again, let's hope that everybody's not seriously injured and they can come right back into the football game.
Yes, let's hope Jonathan Sitter can return. He is a big cog in the defensive alignment up front for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. But you're right, these guys start in mid-August in terms of team practices, although many of them, of course, work out during the course of the summer and the off-season with weight limits and what you can get by with the PIAA rules and regulations. But it is a long, long season for whoever makes it to the state championship game. I mean, it's the middle of December. Second down and 7, ball at the 46-yard line. And here comes Giacomo again, but not out of the arms of Joe Dupre. Dupre, the blitzing linebacker, coming through and dropping Giacomo for a loss.
Once again, Dupre does a great job reading his guard. He steps right up into the open hole where the guard leaves to make stop this play in its tracks.
The Rambler faithful on hand here. A little chilly. A few of the very aggressive fans had their shirts off earlier in this game, Joe. better them than me, let me tell you. The Ramblers, though, have the lead, 13-7. We're midway here in the third quarter, and it is a big third down play at about 10 back at the 44-yard line of Central Bucks West.
Once again, Prep committing to the run here. A lot of people in the box.
Back to throw is Oriole. Scrambles out of the pocket. 45, 50, dives forward, and he's going to be very close to a first down at the Rambler 47-yard line. The Mike Oriole, a 6'3", 175-pound junior, so he'll be back quarterbacking this team of Mike Pettin's next year. Steps up in the pocket, feels the pressure from Rush, and just takes off.
Once again, we have good coverage downfield there, and we just didn't get the pass rush onto him, and he makes an excellent choice to run the football on us.
And they're going to bring the chains out, I believe. No, they did give him the first down. So Orioles back in the huddle. It is 1st and 10 for Central Bucks West. A big 3rd and 10 converted on the scramble by Oriole. Just at the 46-yard line of Cathedral Prep. They've moved it into Rambler territory. And here comes Bloomgren trying to get off the right side. Gets about a yard and a half to the 45-yard line, but not before the Ramblers are there to stack him up.
Once again, we've committed 8 to the box there, and they're trying to run a stretch for us here. And Jake Lynch and Eric Fields do a great job of stopping that play.
Yes, they do. Eric Field, by the way, sort of an unusual stat, leads the defense in touchdowns with 2. He has scored 2 touchdowns. If you count a block punt return for a touchdown, which of course you do, and then a fumble recovery that he ran it against Shenley for a touchdown in the first inter-district game. 2nd down and 9 at the 43. Oriole back to throw, downfield, and was it caught? No, it was not caught in the vicinity of the 35-yard line. Ed Hinkle, number 11, breaking it up as it was intended for Ted Kenyon, the split end on that side.
Gary, instead of running motion that they did in the first half to get themselves to trips, they lined right up in trips, running the same patterns into it, and well-thrown ball just didn't get caught in there, and we made a great defensive play on it.
Ed Hinkle does just about everything. He's got a touchdown pass here, and of course he holds for extra points, plays well defensive back, punts, and here we are, 3rd down and 9 at the 40-yard line. At the 45-yard line, I should say. Oriole back to throw, flips it out, and it's incomplete. And a great job of Josh Lustig nailing the intended receiver, Ted Kenyon. And I mean Josh Lustig, we talked just moments ago about how physical of a game this has been. Josh Lustig just added to that with that enormous hit on Kenyon to break the ball up.
Once again, he shows you how powerful he is for a 150-pound defensive back. Here's a ball that's caught for a first down here, and Lust is going to deliver a blow, make him drop the football. Excellent play, just an excellent play.
And he did indeed break it up. It was not a fumble, it was an incomplete pass. So Central Bucks West, who had good field position there after picking up that initial first down, Ed Hinkle will pick up the punt, and he is tackled immediately, unable to get out of that pursuit. He had let one go earlier that was down to the 1. That time he had room to pick it up on the bounce. But again, Cathedral Prep hurt by field position when we return, but the Ramblers have a 6-point advantage.
Save with deep discount commissions at White Discount Securities. Lost in cyberspace? White Discount Securities has local internet trading at www.wdserie.com or speak with a local seasoned broker. Only $29.02 per share a trade. We have no-fee accounts, including IRAs, CDs, tax-frees, and annuities available for your comparison. Call 833-6523. White Discount Securities, 833-6523. Member SIPC.
When you're good, computer networking skills make the difference. You're in demand. Gain the competitive edge. You could be as a Microsoft and Novell-trained computer network administrator.
The information technology field is growing dramatically. The demand for career-trained professionals has never been higher. So if you want to be a computer network administrator, don't delay. Call now.
Discover how you can have a competitive edge in today's job market. Call Tri-State Business Institute at 838-7673. That's 838-7673.
Back here at Hershey Park Stadium, I'm Gary Drapcho with Joe Tarasovich, and what had hurt the Ramblers throughout this game, bad field position, getting them into trouble here again as Sanders gets a carry up over the 10 to about the 11-yard line. But the good news is that Prep has the lead 13-7. Sanders is banging his way up the middle, trying to get as much as he can to get the Ramblers out of the shadow of their own goalpost, Joe.
Gary, once again, I think that's the bread and butter play for Cathedral Prep there. It's a fullback kicking out the end and the backside guard coming up to get to the linebacker there. Central Bucks stepped up there and stopped Sanders.
2nd down and 8 at the 11-yard line for Cathedral Prep. And here comes Jajuan Walker in the game. Walker on his feet up over the 15. Nice run forward for a 1st down at about the 19-yard line. So the young sophomore who has seen spot time here with Devon Sanders using his athletic ability to really finish this run off, Joe.
Yeah, Gary, this is the first time we've ran the counter tray play to the wide receiver side there, and a very successful play for us. We pulled the right guard and tackle this time, and Walker does a great job running the football.
Well, I spoke too soon as far as giving him the 1st down. It is 3rd down, less than a yard at the 19-yard line. And the give is to Sanders, and he's got a big 1st down as he runs into the secondary up across the 20 and out to about the 25-yard line. Devon Sanders finding some room to run finally here with 4:48 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Prep with the lead 13-7. Big hole up front.
Gary, they line Sanders up as the only back in the backfield. They pull the right guard to kick out, and Sanders gets up behind him and cuts back. So it's an excellent choice by Mike Mishler there.
So at the 30-yard line, they get out of the shadow of their own goalposts, and as Carlson takes the snap and was about to hand off to Sanders, the play is stopped, and that usually means some sort of an offensive motion penalty against the offense, which would be the Ramblers here.
False start against the offense. Big 1st down.
That is what it will be. They'll mark it back 5 yards to about the 25-yard line. Check out right there. There was a little bit of a movement on the left tackle.
Yeah, the Cathedral Preps player's out of the screen, Gary. I think it's our tight end to the left-hand side jumps off there. Right, so we don't get to see it on the replay.
At the 25-yard line, they restart the clock. 2nd down, or check that, 1st down, and 15 now following the motion penalty. Carlson back to throw, looks to his right, fires that way, and it is short of Josh Lustig, the intended receiver, at the 32-yard line.
I think that ball might have been ticked at the line of scrimmage, Gary, because one thing we all know is Carlson's arm's stronger than that there, so it might have been ticked at the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd down and 15 as we work our way towards the end of the 3rd quarter. Mike Mishler and his Ramblers with a 13-7 lead. It was tied at 7 at the half. They used a 6-play drive and a Devon Sanders touchdown run to take the lead. The extra point was missed. Here's Walker shedding a tackle and getting out near the 30-yard line. They may only give him to about the 29, but it will set up the 3rd down here, as they were able to stop him after only a 4-yard gain, so 3rd and 11.
Once again, Gary, we're in a one-back set there, but we're going back to the counter-tray blocking scheme that's been so successful for us there. And once again, number 74 just doesn't stay on his block long enough, but Walker does a great job giving us some yardage on the play.
3rd down and 11 for the Ramblers, just short of their own 30. Carlson back to throw. Steps up in the pocket and gets across the 30, but no more. Only to the 32-yard line before number 20 comes up to make the tackle, Andrew Elsing. And that will force Cathedral Prep to punt. It'll be 4th down and 8, and they'll be punting from their own territory.
Gary, we have to give a lot of credit to the defensive secondaries for Central Bucks here. This is a secondary sack here once again because Carlson had time. Nobody just opened up for him down the field.
Hinkle standing back at his own 18, pulls down a high snap and boots one that's pretty high and deep. It's going to hit and bounce at the 45, and then it's down at the 47-yard line. So again, Central Bucks West, as they had the entire 2nd quarter, good field position, but the Ramblers are the ones who have the lead. Well, the most important facet of this game, 13-7, as we work our way towards the end of the 3rd quarter. And you can just sense, Joe, as things are going along here, Central Bucks West missing opportunities as you see their faithful trying to rile up the offense. Dustin Pashotti's out of the game. Dave Camburn, their other tailback, is out of the game as well. And you can sense here that Cathedral Prep gaining more confidence as this 2nd half rolls along.
Oh, absolutely. Central Bucks is looking and right now and scratching for ways to get things successful here for themselves.
Here is Andy Schmitz. First time he's carried the football, number 22, running to his left, getting across the 50-yard line and into Cathedral Prep territory for about a gain of 5 at the 48.
Gary, they haven't changed their game plan. No matter what back's in the backfield for Central Bucks, they're still trying to get the ball to the perimeter for Cathedral Prep, and they're having some success with it right now, and it doesn't matter which back's in the game.
Gain of 5, 2:44 is the time left in the third quarter. As we are late into this game, the Ramblers have the lead 13-7. Central Bucks West scored first on the drive in which Dustin Pisciotti was hurt. Ryan Bloomgren scored on a 1-yard touchdown run, and then a 20-yard touchdown pass from Carlson to Ed Hinkle, who literally stole it away from a defensive back, tied the game up at 7, and then the Ramblers scored on a 17-yard run by Sanders. Back to throw is Phil Diagicamo, but he's not going to be able to get it off. He is tackled for a loss back at the 45-yard line. He is the backup quarterback, and so they pitched to him, and he was looking to throw downfield, Joe, but Joe Dupre was all over him.
Gary, once again, their Central Bucks going to use a little trickery here, trying to trap Cathedral Prep in, who's committing 8 guys into the box, trying to make sure our defensive backs are staying awake back there, and we did a great job there. And, of course, Dupre makes a great job making the tackle back there for a sack.
Under 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Ramblers 14 minutes away if they can hang on to this 13-7 lead of winning the first Quad A State champion from the Erie area. Of course, Strong Vincent, the only team to win a football state championship. 3rd and 12. Here's Oriole back to throw. Pump fake. Now fires it down the middle. It is caught, and it appears to be enough for a first down at the 41-yard line of Cathedral Prep. Ted Kenyon, their senior split end, pulled it in, and a nice throw here by Oriole.
Once again, Central Bucks commits to rearranging the pass pocket for their quarterback, and he's a very good thrower on the run. And once again, it's to a trips formation, and they have a guy sit in the hook curl area who catches the ball here.
And the most important facet of that play, Joe, it's a possession play, and you got to reach the sticks, which he got just enough, maybe a yard more, to get the first down. So Central Bucks West keeps their drive alive here. They're at the Rambler 41-yard line. 1:34 remaining until the end of the third quarter. And the Ramblers with a 13-7 lead. One of the CB West players having some helmet problems, and so it's an official's timeout here, which gives us a chance to thank all of our fine sponsors, as well as the Pennsylvania Cable Network. We're using their video, and of course the PIAA for their cooperation and allowing us to use our own announcers to do this game, to bring it back to the Erie people. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's the give to Bloomgren, the big fullback, and he's rumbling a la Dustin Pisciotti inside the 35-yard line, and about an 8-yard gain. So as you mentioned moments ago, Joe, it doesn't matter what the number is on the fullback or the tailback. Mike Pettin is going to run the same kind of offense for Central Bucks West.
Oh, absolutely, and you can see what kind of program they have there. They just keep plugging people in, and they're having much success doing it. Once again, that was a fullback onside trap there.
2nd down and 3 at the 33-yard line with under a minute to play here in the third quarter. And the running back, this time Bloomgren, is nailed by a blitzing Tom Morgan. Morgan coming up and reading that run right from the start and laying the leather to the running back. So good play by Morgan defensively for the Ramblers.
Absolutely. Central Bucks comes right back with the exact same play there, and I think Morgan lined up on the line of scrimmage there and maybe jumped the hip pocket of the guard to help make that play.
Sets up 3rd down and 4 here, as you see 28 seconds, and the clock is running, remaining in the third quarter. Central Bucks West with the wind at their backs, but only 20 more seconds to do that, and apparently the quarterback, and he just hit one of his running backs. There is Dustin Pisciotti, and as we mentioned moments ago, Pisciotti was given medical clearance, as we understand it, to play, and that has been confirmed. He has been given medical clearance to play. He hurt his ankle in the first quarter of this game on the Central Bucks West second offensive series. You see him limping around. It's the right ankle, the one that's taped white. He had it on some ice. And here's that replay or that confrontation between quarterback and receiver. Apparently the quarterback, Mike Oriole, calling a timeout because they weren't in the right formation. You don't like to see that at any level of high school, but Central Bucks West exactly not together here as they try to overcome this 13-7 Rambler lead late in the third quarter.
There might be a little frustration getting to Central Bucks West right now, but once again, they're being very successful running the football here on us. You hate to see that because that's the last thing you want a team to do is have dissension on the field here. for ourselves.
Yeah, getting back to Pisciotti for a moment, Coach, you know, I was kind of looking forward to actually watching him play because you read and hear so much about him, seeing him go up against the likes of Charles Rush and Joe Dupre and Mike Cray, and apparently we may see him before the game is over. He did hurt his ankle, second offensive series, but he has been giving medical clearance to play, as we understand. And we'll just have to wait and see as this game moves along in the fourth quarter whether or not he will be able to play. And the trip in the backfield by Ryan Bloomgren on a fourth down play, or a third down play, I should say, is not going to allow them to get a first down. It's going to be 4th down and 5. It was 3rd and 4, and I think he just tripped over the quarterback.
Yeah, the quarterback ends up hitting his foot on the reverse pivot there, and of course then he trips himself up there. Once again, Central Bucks giving us another look, an unbalanced look here to run this play. Real heavy, a lot of linemen to the right-hand side, plus another back.
There was Tom Morgan, though, ready to hit Bloomgren. Had he been able to keep his feet. That's the end of the third quarter. We are here at Hershey Park Stadium. The Ramblers 12 minutes away from a possible state championship. We'll be right back.
Pre-owned cars.
Used cars.
But Nissan certified cars come with a 72-month, 72,000-mile warranty.
Warranty?
That means the Nissan factory pays.
Does that mean I can save more money?
Thousands. But it will be pre-owned money.
I love used money and I enjoy the ride.
The best selection of pre-owned cars and the best warranty in the business. Only at the Nissan store on West 26th Street.
The Tile Gallery at 4801 Peach Street offers the region's finest selection of ceramic tiles, tumbled marble and limestone, granite, glass tiles, and laminate flooring. The Tile Gallery specializes in custom decorative tiles, original designs to suit your living space, and most importantly, installation expertise. Is your home ready for the future? Experience the Tile Gallery for art you can walk on. See the Tile Gallery at their new location, 4801 Peach Street in Erie. Give or receive. Both are great options when holiday gifts come from Blair Outlet. Choose from the selection of kitchen necessities, including George Foreman's fat-reducing fusion grills, 9-piece cookware by Wherever, and microwave ovens from famous maker Sharp. Display family or holiday pictures in stylish frames. And as always, you'll find men's and women's apparel at everyday low prices. This year, shop Blair Outlet for all your holiday needs.
Blair, where style and value come together.
All right, Joe, here we go. Fourth quarter. Cathedral Prep with a 13-7 lead and a big play to start the final 12 minutes. 4th and 4, and the ball is pitched and fumbled, and it's going to be taken over by Cathedral Prep on downs. Camburn back in the game, but he couldn't handle the pitch, and the Ramblers on that 4th and 4 play will take over.
Gary, it's a tough decision on a coach to bring back a player, and if you want to get him involved on the very first play he's in the game, and maybe he just wasn't ready for that toss there. And once again, it works out to our advantage there. We stop him and we get the ball back.
Rambler fans getting just a bit excited here as they can sense something happening, 13-7, and they'll take over the ball in the best field position they have had since their first possession of the second half. They drove down and scored the go-ahead touchdown on their first possession of the second half after receiving the kickoff in the second half. Here's a little delay play to Walker, but he's not going to get out of the backfield. A good defensive play back there by number 40, Derek Kinzel, who makes the tackle, as well as number 68, Rob Bowser.
It's a draw play, and of course, I think Charlie Rush lets his guy get to the inside there, and that hurts us there a little bit on not having success on the play.
Yeah, Rob Bowser really was the man who made that happen, and it is a loss. Second down, and they call it about 10, more like 11 yards to go. Play action fake by Carlson. Looking to throw, steps up, and he hits the big tight end, Jake Lynch, and look at Lynch rumble ahead for a first down across the 45 and out to the 48-yard line.
Very appropriate call again. We run a little play action there, fake the counter tray here that we've had success with early in the game. We drag our tight end across the field there, and here's Lynch make a great catch. Great step up by Carlson.
Yes, indeed.
Great catch by him, and he just runs over 3-4 guys that are going to come up here.
Yeah, it looked like Dustin Pisciotti on that
he
play.
did.
And again, Pisciotti has been given medical clearance to play, but we have not seen him yet since he injured that ankle early in the first quarter. Ramblers on the march at the 49-yard line, and a big hit put on, I believe, Devon Sanders running forward. It snapped his head back, but he was able to get about 3 yards across the 50 and into Central Bucks territory at the 48.
Ooh, once again, I think Sanders cuts back maybe a little too early here, but he finishes the runoff and gets 3-4 yards on there. Great play by number 84, playing off his blocks.
Brian Colohan, as we've mentioned, this has been a physical game. Here's the pitch back to Walker. Trying to get to the outside. They're going to catch up with him, and he manages to get about a yard to the 47-yard line, but couldn't quite turn the corner as Ryan Bloomgren was number 4 of the Bucks, one of the main reasons why he was not able to get to the outside. And it's going to set up now a 3rd down and about 5, maybe 6 yards to go at the 47-yard line of the Bucks.
Bloomgren's having a heck of a game for Central Bucks, running the football and now defensively. We try to run a sweep to the 2-count side there, to the split end side, and once again they ran it down, and we've got to get the 1st down now here.
There you see Mike Pettin and the coaching staff looking for their 3rd straight state championship. And now a flag is thrown, and I thought I saw one of the offensive men for Cathedral Prep move on the right side.
Yeah, it was our right guard, number 68, moved there, and so now that puts us in a 3rd and 10 situation.
Matt Parsons guilty of that penalty, which moves them back 5 yards. So it brings it 3rd and 10 now. They move it back across the 50 to the Cathedral Prep side of the field at the 48-yard line and makes it 3rd down and 10 yards to go. The time in the upper right-hand corner, the time remaining in the game. And the time that Cathedral Prep would like to see go off quickly with that 13-7 lead. 3rd down and 11. High formation. Carlson back to throw. Hands it off to Walker at the 50, at the 45, but he's not going to get the 1st down as he is dragged down at the 43-yard line. Needing another push ahead of about 2 or 3 yards to get the 1st down. He's going to be about 2 yards short.
Gary, once again, it was a 3rd and long situation. I was expecting a screen or a draw, and they go to the draw here. We try to run it on 1st down. We have a lot more success on 3rd down with it. Wish Walker would have got the 1st down, but maybe we'll go for it on 4th down here.
No question that Mike Mishler will call for the punting unit out here. He doesn't want to give Central Bucks West good field position here if they would fail on the 4th down. And I believe the referee is telling the band has been playing constantly, as I'm sure you've heard in the background throughout this 4th quarter, since the 4th quarter began. And now there's Pettin over there trying to say, what are you shutting down our band for? Are there any rules like that in high school football, Joe, where the band can't be playing all the time because of crowd noise? I know, like, for example, in the NFL, you can't have public address announcers yelling during the course of a game. Are there any rules that pertain to the band in high school?
Gary, in every playoff game that I've ever been associated with, you're not allowed noisemakers. Your cheerleaders are not allowed signs. The band is not allowed to play. So I'm surprised that Coach Pettin's been in this situation so many times that he doesn't realize that his band's actually playing illegally here.
And you see the Central Bucks players at the bottom of your screen trying to urge at least the crowd to make a lot of noise. Hinkle back to punt at his 45. End over ender that will hit and go into the end zone. So we'll take a break. Central Bucks West will have it 1st and 10 from their own 20. When we return, the Ramblers lead by 6.
A AAA membership is the gift that shows you care all year long. They can use it to save money on family fun with AAA's Disney World discounts. And they'll thank you if they ever need a AAA tow truck. With the AAA membership, you're also giving trip tics, no-fee traveler's checks, instant car registration and title work, affordable insurance, and a full-service travel agency. And AAA will give you $10 off every basic membership. Show you care all year long. Bring your gift list to AAA today.
When Quick Fill frequent fuelers fill up with 8 gallons or more of Quick Fill Unleaded, Premium Unleaded, or Higher Octane Super Quick, they get their card punched. When they get their card punched 8 times, they get $2 worth of gas or merchandise. With just 8 gallons of fill-up, that's 3 1/8 cents a gallon cheaper. If you don't have a Quick Fill frequent fueler card, get one. And then get punched out at Quick Fill. The frequent fueler people, for all you've got that's running on empty.
Welcome back. 8:48 remaining. I'm Gary Drapcho with Coach Joe Tarasovich, and Central Bucks West down by 6. And a new running back with a big game, number 35, running the ball for the first time, Bob Warden. He's a 6 foot, 195-pound junior, and they just keep bringing him in off the sidelines and putting him in, Joe. And a nice 7-yard gain by Warden on this play.
Gary, the scary thought is, like you said, they just keep bringing in backs that might be starters at other schools here, and they've all had success running the football on us.
13-7 is the score. Just over 8 minutes remaining. The Ramblers with the lead. Warden again trying to get to the outside. This time Prep cuts him off, and specifically Lustig and Dupre. And I don't think he was able to get to the 30-yard line, which would give Central Bucks West a first down. But good pursuit here as they try that short side pitch again.
Once again, it's been their best play of the game, and something they probably practiced on all week. They're running a toss sweep to the short side of the field with guards leading ahead and with the fullback.
3rd down and 2. The Ramblers trying to hold on here. They lead 13-7, scoring on the first possession of the second half to take the lead on a run by Devon Sanders, but missing the extra point. Thus only the 6-point lead for the Ramblers. Here's the gives to Bloomgren, straight ahead, trying to get to that 30-yard line stripe, as I mentioned, which would give them a first down. And it looks like it's going to be awfully close.
Gary, once again, Central Bucks came out with 4 linemen to the right-hand side and 2 backs, really unbalanced to get a power football play in.
And it is a first down at the 30-yard line. He did get the necessary 2 yards right at the 30. So an initial first down on this drive by Central Bucks West. Trying to put some late-game heroics together to keep that 44-game win streak alive. Here's Oriel running to his right, slipping around a tackle across the 30, and then is spun out in front of the Central Bucks West bench. And apparently they might have wanted a flag as he was thrown out by Devon Sanders, who spun him out, but it was a good, clean tackle. And he gained 5 yards on the play, 2nd down and 5.
Once again, it's the same play that the big back Pashadi, thank you very much, got hurt on earlier in the game there, and the quarterback's very successful running it.
That is Devon Sanders, who is feeling perhaps the nicks of a season, although he missed 6 weeks with that broken foot. But boy, he came back with a vengeance. I mean, you almost forget the fact that he lost 6 weeks of his season because of that broken foot. 2nd down and 5, just across the 35. And here is the pitch again to the 35, Bob Warden, who tried to leap forward, but Charlie Rush and Eric Field and Devon Sanders and the rest of the Rambler defensive men would not let him get any further.
Once again, exact same play they've been running all game. He cuts it in a little earlier, reading something there. Look at Charles Rush hustle down the line of scrimmage to help stop that play.
Yeah, and that is what colleges are literally frothing at the mouth about, Joe. 3rd down, and we'll call it about 4. Need to get near the 40-yard line for a first down. Bloomgren runs straight ahead, gets to the 40. Let's see if he got close enough for a first down. I'm Gary Drapcho with Joe Tarasovich. And as you're watching this game, it is tape delayed here from the Hershey Park Stadium as the Ramblers try to win what would be the 2nd football championship for the Erie area, the 1st in Quad A, as Bloomgren gets to the 40-yard line. And let's see if he's going to be a little bit shy. Yes.
Here they ran a
4th and 1, Joe.
They ran an onside trap with the guard here. Let's see if they go for it here, 4th and 1.
6 minutes, 35 seconds. I don't really think they have a choice. And I only say that from the standpoint that they may only get the ball back one other time. And I know as a coach, you know, it's a possibility that you could punt it away and count on your defense. But they will go for it, and Bloomgren is stuffed, and he fell forward across the 40, and I think he got the first down.
Well, Gary, they come right back to that unbalanced formation I was talking about earlier. 4 linemen on the left-hand side of the center this way with a lot of backs. And once again, Prep does a great job defending it, and he does a nice job running, getting the first down. So we're going to have to buckle down again and stop them for 4 downs.
This drive started at their own 20. They've moved it out to the 41 with 2 first downs. You see the time remaining. That is the time left in the football game. The most important numbers, 13-7 in favor of the Ramblers as they try to hold on here defensively. They were asked to make a defensive stand against Woodland Hills in the final minutes of that game last week. They're asked to do it again. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Oriole back to throw, down over the middle. Flag is down. Man is wide open, but they whistle it dead. He was wide open in the middle of the field. The Central Bucks West fans are booing because they wonder why the play was whistled dead, and Prep has taken a timeout. We'll take a timeout and sort it out for you. The Ramblers, halfway through this fourth quarter, lead it by 6.
Do you dread shopping for a used car? It can be frustrating. You want a good car. You want a good car at a fair price. What next? Warranty. Kramer Motors in Northeast has a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty on nearly every vehicle in stock. Not just powertrain, not just late models. Example, 95 Chevrolet Lumina, only $59.95 with Kramer's 12-12 warranty. Drive to Kramer's Route 20, Northeast. Good cars, fair prices, great warranty.
More than half of all workers have never calculated the amount they will need to save and accumulate for retirement. Hi, I'm Graham Parsons. Considering that most people will spend a quarter or more of their life in retirement, this procrastination can have disastrous effects later in life. For assistance with your retirement planning or investment management needs, please call me at 459-7071 or visit my website at lpl.com/Graham.Parsons.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Stadium. Prep calling a timeout. A play that appeared to be wide open for Central Bucks West. And the quarterback back to throw, running right, firing it deep downfield, incomplete. Tried to hit his intended receiver, number 22, Andy Schmidt, who was being watched nicely by Jason Easter. They've rarely gone to that side of the field, Joe, and maybe this is one of the reasons why. Easter's, as a sophomore, just a good, solid defensive back.
Easter's had a very solid game, making some big stops earlier in the game on tackles, and, of course, great man-to-man coverage right there on the pass play.
But going back to that last play before the timeout by Prep, for some reason, Prep did call a timeout. Maybe they didn't have enough players on the field. Maybe they were not aligned properly, but it looked like Central Bucks West had a wide open play.
Oh, they sure did. There was a little trickery involved in that play there, and they almost got away with it.
Second down 10, back to throw is Oriole, under some pressure, tried to throw it away and did so successfully. Had friend Andy Schmidt, by the way, 22, but Mike Cray was putting the pressure on Oriole as he got it off, and it's an incomplete pass and sets up 3rd and 10.
I'm amazed that Oriole can get up after this hit there.
Man.
Cray really delivered a blow on him, and of course, thank goodness he can get up. We don't want to see anybody get hurt, but Cray made a heck of a play on that game.
3rd down and 10. 5:45 remaining in our football game. The Ramblers have scored the only touchdown of this second half. They did it on their first offensive possession of the half after receiving the kickoff on a run by Devon Sanders to take a 13-7 lead. They missed the extra point after that. Oriole back to throw. Good protection. Fires it deep downfield. Has a man wide open at the 30. Inside the 25 is number 84, Brian Callahan, the big tight end. And he was loose, and they're knocking on the door at the 23-yard line, Joe.
Gary, once again, Central Bucks swing a back out of the backfield here, and I think we got a little mix-up on our coverages here, and that ended up leaving the tight end wide open. We can see 2 men jump in the back coming out of the backfield here. Musket comes off to make the stop, but boy, it was a little bit too late.
Number 84 is a big kid, 6'3", 230 pounds, and he was able to pull it down. Oriole, a junior, makes a clutch play, and it's 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. And here comes Warden at the 20, at the 10, and all the way down to the 6-yard line. Number 35 coming in the game here in the fourth quarter, Bob Warden, and really putting on an effective show for Mike Pettin, and it's 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here, this young man might be playing in his first big game because I'm just looking at all the Central Bucks helmets. He doesn't have too many stars on there like the other players do, so he's doing a great job in relief here.
And again, all of them trying to replace Dustin Pisciotti. Here's the pitch back to Warden. He's hitting the backfield. And a big loss back there. And let's see who made that tackle. I think that was Lustig, number 13, yes, who came firing through and dropped Warden for what amounts to about a 1.5 yard loss back to the 7-yard line. Number 13, Josh Lustig.
Must have had Lustig on a blitz there, and of course he makes a great play to knock him down in the backfield here. And these are the great plays we need right now to contain him here.
They move it back to the 8, so a loss of 2. 2nd down, goal to go. Ramblers lead by 6. 4.5 minutes to play in the game. Here's Oriole, keeper to the right. tries to run it to the outside and is not going to get anywhere. In fact, he may have lost a yard again. Eric Field drove him out near the 9-yard line, and the Ramblers putting on a big goal line stand.
Once again, Eric Field strings this play out. You can't ask anything more from a defensive end, and then he makes the stop on the play. That's just an excellent play.
And coming up on 3rd and goal, they're going to take a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well. 4:27 remaining. The Ramblers trying to hang on in the Quad A State Championship game.
St. Peter's Cathedral Choir presents Music to Fill Your Soul. Inspirational and heartwarming, St. Peter's Cathedral Choir will touch your spirit this holiday season and throughout the year. This beautiful music can be yours on CD or cassette. Available at St. Peter's Cathedral and at these area locations.
This December, buy a present for someone you've never even met. And unwrap something special for your whole family. Now, when you connect to Standard Cable for only $5, a donation will be made to Gifts for Kids on your behalf. Plus, you'll get your 3rd month free, a savings of at least $60. Make a donation today and unwrap the entertainment all year long. This holiday season, you can make a whole lot of people feel special.
What a state championship game we have had, and with only 4.5 minutes remaining, the Ramblers lead 13-7 and are trying to put on a goal line stand here, Coach Joe Tarasovich. 3rd and goal at the 9-yard line for Central Bucks West.
We've done a great job up to now. We've got to expect the pass now. They're 3rd and 9, and they've got to get it in there.
Oriole is the quarterback. You see the 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Man motions that way. Oriole runs that way. Throws incomplete. It was intended for Ted Kenyon, and it was almost intercepted by Jake Lynch.
Gary, once again, this is one of their favorite passes going into a trips formation there. They try to run a pick on that, so you can see the one guy trying to pick off Lynch there, but he makes an excellent play to stop it.
Lynch got a hand in the face of number 24, Ted Kenyon. I'm not sure he tipped it or not, but he definitely disrupted the play. 4th down and goal to go. Here we go. This could be the ball game here if the Ramblers are able to stop them. It is 4th and goal at the 9. You see the time left, 4:22. Ramblers with the 6-point lead. Mike Oriole back to throw, steps up. He's going to be sacked. Eric Field has him. Joe Dupre finishes him off, and the Ramblers take over at the 15-yard line, and Eric Field couldn't be happier. The Ramblers take over with 4:16 remaining.
What a super play there. The offensive tackle doesn't even pay attention to Fields here. He comes right in there, makes a stop, and Joe Dupre helps him finish the job there. What a great play for Cathedral Prep right now.
And you see the Rambler fans sensing exactly shirts or no shirts, sensing just how close this team is to a state championship. They'll take over at their own 15-yard line, 1st and 10, with just over 4 minutes remaining, and Sanders has nowhere to run. Central Bucks West sensing defensively, Joe, that they got to make something happen here and not allow Prep to get a 1st down. It's almost indicative that they stopped the Cathedral Prep without a 1st down here.
Yeah, Central Bucks sensing they're going to have to run the football here, started blitzing quite a few players here. We're going to have to buckle down and make sure we're our blocking schemes are much better there. We've got to run the football here, keep the ball away from Central Bucks.
And you see the time ticking off the clock, 3 minutes, 45 seconds and counting. The Ramblers, of course, will try to take as much time as possible. And the other important factor here, now Central Bucks West, after wasting about 20 seconds, wants to take a timeout. And we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching the state championship game on Channel 35. The Ramblers trying to hang on. We'll be right back.
Here at Rick Weaver's, we know what you need and what you don't need at this time of year. You need a 4-wheel drive. You don't need to spend any extra money. Lease a 2000 two-door Jimmy for $329 a month or a 4-door Jimmy for $369 a month, both with 4-wheel drive, and that includes the tax. Now here's where you don't spend any extra money. Leave your checkbook at home because there's absolutely, positively nothing due out of pocket. Sign and 4-wheel drive. Only at Rick Weaver Buick Pontiac GMC, all on the corner of 12th and Liberty.
Attention sports fans, Pro Image is doing it again. They're stocking out the stores with the most complete selection of licensed sports products of your favorite teams. For the baseball fan, Pro Image offers on-field and replica-fitted caps and team jerseys. And with the excitement building for the NFL season, Pro Image is featuring sideline caps, tees, and replica player jerseys. If your interest is NASCAR, the Pro Image does that too. Caps, tees, and colorful pit jackets are available. For licensed sports apparel and gifts, look no further than the Pro Image's 3 locations, Mill Creek and Ashtabula Malls and the Grove City Factory Shops.
Back here live, or back here it is live as we are watching it. It is tape delayed as you are watching it, as Eric Carlson gets some instructions from Mike Mishler. And again, speaking of the tape delay, we'd like to thank PCN and the PIAA for the opportunity to bring you the state championship game. 3.5 minutes remaining, just over 3.5. Second down and 12. Carlson with the give to Walker, and he is stuffed in the backfield, and Central Bucks West coming up big defensively here. It's big number 84, Brian Callahan, who caught a big pass play on that last offensive series, comes up with a defensive gem here. Good stop of Walker.
Once again, we went back to the play that's been so successful for us, the counter trade to the tight end side there. Central Bucks defends it real well against us.
Time remaining, you see in the upper right-hand corner, 3:10 and counting. Ramblers would like to get a first down here, obviously, to prevent them from punting deep in their own territory and giving the Bucks good field position. Carlson back to throw. Fires out to the right, tipped up in the air and incomplete. Hinkle tried to do that slant-in pattern in front of number 24, Ted Kenyon, but Kenyon came up with a good defensive play, and the pass never connected.
Once again, Gary, I was hoping it was going to be pass interference here. I thought he got there a little bit too early there, but once again, the officials didn't see it that way.
Very, very close indeed. So 4th down, and Ed Hinkle will be back near the goal line punting with 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining. Like to get a good punt off here to prevent Central Bucks West from getting good field position. Good snap, and the punt is blocked. It's blocked and taken into the end zone for a touchdown. And what a turn of events with 2:52 remaining. Central Bucks West has tied the game up with a blocked punt. Number 20, Andrew Elsing, apparently not only blocked the punt as we take a look at it again, but also recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown. Wow.
What a disheartening play for us at Cathedral Prep there. We were doing everything right. We had the wind towards our back. I was expecting a great punt out of there. And this young man comes through there and blocks the punt here.
Talk about a disheartening play, to say the least. You're 3 minutes away, and you've got your defense is geared up to stop. That is Charles Rush down on the field being attended to, apparently injured on that last play. But you're 3 minutes to go in the game. You've got a 6-point lead. Your defense is geared up, as they have been since the beginning of the game. I mean, they scored early, did Central Bucks West. The defense from that point for Cathedral Prep has totally shut them down, with the Pashotti out of the game and so on and so forth. The Rush being helped off. It looked like he has a right leg injury of some sort. And then to have a special teams breakdown occur like a block punt is really disheartening. But give Andrew Elsing some credit. He came in, made the block, and then made the recovery. And from that replay, it really looked like he did it cleanly. And now comes the all-important extra point, Joe. As you know, obviously there's overtime in any playoff game, but this is an extra point. Prep missed theirs after their second touchdown. Central Bucks West, if they're able to make theirs, would take a 1-point lead with just under 3 minutes remaining in the game.
We also got to remember, there's a strong wind blowing into Central Bucks' face with the same end zone that we missed ours on because of the wind. Let's hope it helps us here.
Bobby Tumuli is the kicker. Snap, ball down, kick up, and it is good. So Central Bucks West has taken the lead 14-13 in the 4th quarter, and what a turn of events, Joe Tarasovich.
It's one of those things I just said, disheartening here. We had all the momentum going our way here, and then once again, we've got to come back and figure a way to take the ball down the field. And once again, our boys just can't quit now. We've done it last week, and we're going to have to do it again today.
As you see the replay and the telestrator showing that he did indeed get the ball down. That's the quarterback, Mike Oriole. Ed Hinkle holds for Cathedral Prep. And you always like, I guess, as a coach, a player who's holding, who's been in the game. His hands are warm, he's active, and the blood's flowing, and not somebody bring cold off the bench and all of a sudden has to handle the football. But a big kick, and all of a sudden, and take a look at it again from the top of your screen, there comes Elsing, hit him right in the numbers. And again, Ed Hinkles is the backup punter. Dave Leisering injured, usually punts for the Ramblers. And maybe that part of their game just finally caught up with them here late in the PIAA State Championship game.
Well, we've been having troubles with our punting in last weekend, this week here. But once again, what a terrible way to have this game turn out. Let's just hope we can collect ourselves and move the ball down the field now.
There is time remaining, 2:57 to be exact, as Tumuli sets the ball up at the 40-yard line. He's kicking into a win, so maybe the Ramblers can get good field position. It is a short kick. It bounces. Sanders picks it up at the 30, comes up over the 35, and then is tackled hard at the 38-yard line. So relatively good field position for Prep. You know, a lot of people talked going into that Woodland Hills game, which we did last week, Joe, that Prep had not been tested late in the game. They were against Woodland Hills when Woodland Hills scored late, and Prep offensively needed to come back and score, which they did, and then defensively had to stop Woodland Hills to win the game, which they did. And now the same thing is being asked of this Rambler offense here, with under 3 minutes to play at their own 38-yard line. Back to throw is Carlson. Fires down the field, overthrows his intended receiver, and you see Garrett Mays at the bottom of your screen kind of putting his hands up in frustration because I think he thought he was wide open. Hinkle was the intended receiver, and it didn't connect.
Once again, Cathedral Prep came out, this time in a trips formation, running 3 receivers down the field to our right, and it does look like Mays is wide open. Maybe we'll come back to that pattern.
Now, one thing the Ramblers have in their favor, if you want to look ahead, is the wind at their backs. So if they should get into a situation where they're close enough with time running out, Jason Dolak could attempt a field goal. They trail by 1, 14-13. Carlson back to throw. Looking deep, good protection. Fires it deep. It's up for grabs. It's tipped and it's intercepted. Here comes number 24, Ted Kenyon, up the near side of the field and is finally bounced out at the 45-yard line. But that ball was bouncing around there. Ed Hinkle had a hand in on it, but Kenyon is the one who finally pulled it in. And with 2:26 remaining in the game, Central Bucks West will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Gary, I don't know if it was the exact same play, but it was still trips formation down here. Once again, Carlson showing his arm strength here, and we're getting 2 guys running down the field. We've got them 2-on-1. What an excellent play Hinkle makes to try to catch the ball, and then, of course, the Central Bucks kids makes it even a better play to intercept it against us here.
And it is number 24, Ted Kenyon, who comes up with the interception. A good hit by Carlson, perhaps in frustration out of bounds. But it is 1st and 10 for Central Bucks West. Prep has 1 timeout remaining. So things are not looking good at the moment. Central Bucks West, with just over 2 minutes remaining, will try to use as much time off that clock. You see 2:26 remaining in the game. And it will be Oriole running to his right, obviously wants to stay in bounds, and that he does, as you see the referee keeping the clock moving. Gain of maybe a yard on the play at the 45-yard line. But I guess in this strategy, you hope to get him. Here's the interception again, Joe. Good effort by Hinkle to get to the ball, up for grabs, and just tipped into the Central Bucks West defender player's hands.
Well, Gary, it's a time management game now, of course. Coach Pettin and Coach Mishler both have to decide when to use, Coach Mishler, when to use his timeout. Coach Pettin, what offensive plays to keep the clock running here.
And they'll use as much of it as possible. You see it continuing to wind down. Here comes Bob Warden trying to leap his way. Bounces off a tackle at the 50. 45 has a first down. A flag is down as well. And it might be a face mask penalty against the Ramblers as he is shoved out in the Ramblers bench area at the 40-yard line. But Warden, who has played one heck of a 4th quarter. We didn't see him until this 4th quarter. But he has done well, and it is going to be a face mask penalty against Prep with 1:37 now remaining in the game.
Gary, that's exactly what we didn't need. We didn't need them to get a first down here, and now with the penalty on them, of course on us, things are going to get even worse for us. We're going to have to really buckle down now and use our time management here.
And there is Sanders trying to tackle Warden high, and in doing so did grab the face mask, an obvious penalty. And so with a minute 37 remaining, Prep still has one more timeout remaining. And let's see what Central Bucks West elects to do here with a 1st and 10 now at the 27-yard line. You see that tight formation? I was going to say as if he was going to just take the knee, and that Oriole does. Takes the knee for a yard loss. A minute 31, and now the clock stops because Cathedral Prep has decided at this moment to spend their last timeout. So it'll be 2nd down and about 11 for Central Bucks West. But without that timeout, I guess all you can really do is take a knee and hope that you can run around enough maybe on one of the plays to spend some time off the clock and get that thing down here and prevent Prep from having a chance at the end, Joe.
Yeah, right now, I thought he might have taken the knee a little bit too early here. I thought he maybe should have ran another sweep there to try to get 5-6 seconds off the clock instead of only 1 or 2 that he did there. But, of course, we used our timeout there, and now we're going to have to, see if we can get the ball back somehow here. And once again, I know Coach Pettin's going to take a lot of time off the clock between plays now.
Well, as this game winds down, we'd like to thank the Pennsylvania Cable Network for allowing us to take their feed, and, of course, they and the PIAA for allowing us and Joe Tarasovich and our gang to kind of put this together for you on this tape-delayed basis. We've been treated very well. We also like to thank Adelphia Cable for allowing us to get the video as well as from the Pennsylvania Cable Network. There is Dustin Pisciotti. I was looking forward to seeing him play, but Central Bucks West apparently is going to win the state championship without using him, except for on that first 2 series. Here's the Oriole got back, and they cannot stop the clock anymore. He took about a 3-yard loss, but the Ramblers, boy, it's got to be a helpless, disappointing. Here's the block punt again. Elsing coming in from the right. It's a low kick from Hinkle. If he gets it up in the air, he might not have had it blocked. But Elsing not only blocked the punt, but you got to give him credit. He did a good job of taking it and then having the sense to fall into the end zone. And it looks like Mike Pettin and Central Bucks West will be on their way to a 3rd consecutive state championship.
That young man, number 20 for Central Bucks, had a heck of a ball game. He was really in Carlson's face quite a few times on pass plays and playing from his linebacker spot. So he's had a heck of a game. So once again, he made a heck of a play on the punt block, recovering for the touchdown there.
And Central Bucks West has decided to take a timeout. What do you think Pettin wants to tell his kids right now? Just don't do anything stupid, no stupid penalties or handling of the football or anything like that to put yourselves in any kind of jeopardy here. There's only 49 seconds remaining, but Central Bucks West has taken the timeout. Prep has no more remaining.
Yeah, right now they took the timeout. They didn't want to take the 5-yard penalty, which would have been the delay of game. They'll come out and take another knee here, make sure they're protecting their quarterback. Nothing silly. They're going to expect Prep to attack the football that much harder because we've got to get it back here. So, what a lot of teams call their victory offense. They've got to protect that quarterback from cheap shots, and hopefully they can handle the football here.
Well, this has lived up to its billing, and one of the few times that a game of this magnitude has done so. Of course, when you looked at the USA Today this week, Joe Tarasovich, you saw Central Bucks West rated 4th, Cathedral Prep rated 9th. So it had to be one of the most attractive state championship games in the nation when you had 2 of the top 10 teams in the nation, according to the USA Today, playing each other. You see Oriole getting sacked by Jason Easter as he just kind of stutter-stepped his way back. Prep cannot stop the clock under 40 seconds, but it certainly has lived up to its billing. 2 top 10 teams slugging it out here at Hershey Park.
I can't think of another game in this nation that had 2 teams rated so high in USA Today and probably all the national polls around the country to play each other for a state championship. This probably was the top game in the nation at this time of the year.
That is the time clock, and they'll let it run down, and tried to get up. I was wondering why they just didn't run a play right there. They were late in getting up to the line of scrimmage, and thus will have to take the delay of game penalty. So what that basically means is that they will stop the clock on the change of possession. If they do take a knee again, which will take maybe a second or 2 off the clock, Prep will have one more play, possibly, to throw the ball in the end zone, and you never know what can happen. So we're keeping our fingers crossed here. Had they been able to get a play off, then the game might have been over at that point.
Gary, I really expect the quarterback for Central Bucks to do a little running around here. I don't think he's just going to kneel down here and give him the ball with 9 seconds left.
Right.
I expect him to do a little running around back here and not take it too far back, because you don't want to give the prep team a field position either. So he's going to run around here and try to run off as much time as he can.
And they're going to take another delay of game penalty here. So they're going to move them back even farther. So if Prep should get the ball with any time remaining, and it looks like they will, because they'll stop the clock on the change of possession. This, in effect, is 4th down and about 16. The Ramblers, unless Oriole runs out all 10 seconds, which I would not think he'd be able to do, but Prep will have about maybe 55-yard pass into the end zone to possibly have a chance at a miracle finish here. Let's see what happens. Orioles going to roll out, try to take as much time off the clock as possible, and they're going to sack him back at the 50-yard line, and they're going to stop the clock with 6 seconds remaining in the game. So Prep will take over, they'll stop the clock on the change of possessions, and from midfield, the Ramblers will have one last shot in the end zone. And you never know what can happen. It's happened before. Miracle plays. One thing Prep has in their favor, Joe, is the wind is at their back, so Carlson can launch it up there and hope that they get some sort of a tip.
Absolutely. We've got to hope for a Doug Flutie miracle. Hail Mary pass.
Carlson back to throw, and he's not going to be able to get the pass off. They sack him to end the game, and Central Bucks West has clinched their 3rd consecutive Quad A championship. Carlson just didn't have the time to allow the receivers to get down far enough to get into a position to possibly score on a Hail Mary play. And you see the game is over, and Central Bucks West miraculously, with a block punt, has come back to win the game 14-13. We'll be back to wrap things up in just a moment.
Master. I've captured all 150 types of monsters. I've come prepared to do battle with Pikachu, Mewtwo, Bulbasaur.
Burger King is a mile down the road on the right.
Thanks, mister.
Must be Tuesday. Yep.
Every Tuesday night is Pokemon Trading Night. Bring your kids in for a tasty Burger King Big Kids Meal dinner and let them trade their cards and toys. It makes a parent's life a little easier, not to mention at Pokemon Traders. Pokemon and the Burger King Big Kids Meal. Come and catch them all.
St. Peter's Cathedral Choir presents Music to Fill Your Soul. Inspirational and heartwarming, St. Peter's Cathedral Choir will touch your spirit this holiday season and throughout the year. This beautiful music can be yours on CD or cassette. Available at St. Peter's Cathedral and at these area locations.
This December, buy a present for someone you've never even met. And unwrap something special for your whole family. Now, when you connect to Standard Cable for only $5, a donation will be made to Gifts for Kids on your behalf. Plus, you'll get your 3rd month free, a savings of at least $60. Make a donation today and unwrap the entertainment all year long. This holiday season, you can make a whole lot of people feel special.
Welcome back here to our tape-delayed coverage of the Ramblers' loss in the state championship game. Joe Tarasovich and I, of course, having the opportunity to do the game. And boy, you have to really feel for the effort that Cathedral Prep to lose the way they did that late in the game is almost about as disheartening as you can get, other than maybe losing on the last play of the game or something like that. And yourself, you've been there as a coach before with your Central team that I know you were talking about when you lost to McKeesport by 1 point. I mean, how tough emotionally is this for the Ramblers to lose the way they did?
Gary, I think as a coach, it's probably the most disheartening way to lose a football game, because you go back and you question yourself so many times. You know, what else could have we done? You know, where did we make mistakes in the game? And, of course, when you lose a game by 1 point, there isn't many things you could have changed. You played a pretty darn good football game, and Cathedral Prep played a great game tonight.
Let's talk a little bit about the Ramblers' offense, because let's face it, the defense did their job. They only allowed Central Bucks West 1 touchdown offensively. The other came on the block punt, even though Dustin Pisciotti did not play for much of the game. But really, the Rambler offense really never got off the ground. Here's an offense that scored 40 points a game. They were able to put 2 touchdowns together, and it was at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. But other than that, they were kind of stymied by bad field position and just really couldn't get it rolling, any kind of momentum rolling and getting something consistently going. What was the key to Central Bucks West holding the Ramblers down so well?
Well, I think once again in the last 2 weeks we never got a good ground game going, and if we could have established that, I think that makes our quarterback Eric Carlson that much more dangerous. And once again, without the final stats in front of us, I'm not sure what kind of game Carlson had there. But once again, I think our ground game never really supported our output the last 2 weeks, and especially in this big game of the state championship.
Right, when you have 2,000-yard runners, of course, Jajuan Walker and Devon Sanders, both rushing for over 1,000 yards and really never getting it going. That kind of sets up everything else for Cathedral Prep. And the kicking the lack of kicking kind of caught up with the Ramblers. Let's take a look at the play that costs Cathedral Prep its state championship. 2:57 remaining in the game. They had to punt from their own goal line. Ed Hinkle got the punt blocked by Elsing, and he then tumbled into the end zone for the touchdown with 2:52 remaining in the game. That tied the game up, and then they added the extra point, and that was the point by which they won it by 14-13. Hinkle, the backup punter, as you take a look at it again, and really he came through cleanly. And
yeah, he did.
The low punt allowed him to block it.
Gary, there's going to be a lot of people I know second-guessing why does Prep punt, maybe take the safety and kick the ball off. Mike Mishler made the right decision here. You don't want to give Central Bucks points and then kick the ball off from the 20, and then, you know, you give them opportunity. So it was a great decision by Mike. It just didn't work in our favor.
Absolutely. And of course, the miss extra points by someone who's done so well, Jason Dolak, into a win, and he's done so well throughout the course of the season. You know, very unfortunate. But Central Bucks West, do you think that Dustin Pisciotti, the not playing, and I was disappointed. I really wanted to see this kid play.
Me too.
How much of a difference did that make in the game?
I don't think it made much of a difference. I really don't. I don't think Central Bucks changed their game plan at all. They came out with a different back running the football against us in the very early game plan, and it didn't change them much. The other kids just stepped up their game, you know, to do their best.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. Nice job last week against Woodland Hills. Another nice job. Glad to have you aboard, and you might want to get out of coaching after doing this. So they need you down at Fort LaBeouf. That is it for us here. We'd like to congratulate the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. It does not take anything away from the outstanding record-breaking season that they had, and we're glad to be part of it by bringing you the Woodland Hills game live and now the tape delay championship. So for all of us here at Channel 35, congratulations, Prep, on an outstanding season. For Joe Tarasovich, I'm Gary Drapcho. Good night, everyone.